Test.
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 Alright.
Oh. You testing this? I might get these more. Nope. Nothing. I'm very. I got the mic. I put my lips on this one.
Are we doing the call-ins today?
Test. There we go. Test. It's a little muffled though.
Testing 1, 2. All right.
Take me down a little bit, Marcus.
He changed his language.
Testing. It sounded distorted.
It's like going to a comedy show.
Testing. That's
better. Heckle, you know what's going to happen.
All right.
Testing 1, 2.
Let's go.
Let me get one of these waters.
Let's take these. Are these waters seen on the screen? This stuff should be off the screen.
I'm sure it will be. But
if it don't belong. Charles Waters and Danny Flanagan been in here. I don't know if I want to put my lips near this mic. Yeah, you right though.
we on?
Test.
What's up, everybody?
Test.
Welcome to Thugs, Thinkers, and Theologians. We back in the building. So glad to see you all, man. I'm hoping you guys are having a wonderful Thanksgiving. We got my man Antron Spence in the building, Brian Martin, Leroy Diet, and we are Thugs, Thinkers, and Theologians, man. Do us a big favor, share this live. Y'all know what it is, man. Share the live, share it. Call your mama and them, tell them log on, because it's about to go down. All right, what's up? Brethren, what's been going on with you guys?
We gotta, hold on.
We gonna get the numbers up?
Hold on, no. First of all, y'all know what y'all done logged on to. Don't get over here trying to tell us how to do no show. And we started late. It's our first time doing it, Maurice. Go back to the arena and guard somebody's. Cut it out.
You ain't down there telling no living soul.
Cut it out. So
all on time.
Tell Master P.
tell Master P was late. And he ran over
The mic is muffled. The sound is not clear. Thank you.
Well,
We're working on it. The mic is super loud.
Pass the mic. There's 4 passes up here, brother.
Sound is not clear.
Super loud.
The sound is off. We coming, I promise you.
Yeah, we coming.
Sound is distorted. Thank you,
Dr. Hall.
I thought it was. We too high, probably.
Shay.
Yeah, tell us now. This is our first week back.
It's extremely muffled. All right.
It's extremely muffled. Why are we muffled?
How we sound now?
I think he did it on purpose.
Testing.
Because when the other ones being here, they don't have no mic problems.
They don't have no mic problems.
His other shows.
The other shows.
Copycat shows.
Maybe your glasses are too thick. Maybe that's
Copycat shows.
Sound is distorted.
It's
We're getting better. We're getting better. We're getting better.
already getting better.
It's getting better. Rodell said it's getting better.
See, you got to fix the mics for preachers. When you have shows with guys who really can't preach, they don't need mics.
Okay.
They don't need mics.
We don't even have sound in their shirt.
They don't need mics. They got their mics in their ear.
Oh, baby.
Oh, we back, baby. Clay has a mic in his ear. I looked at you the other day. You
No,
have
I don't have one of those. Nope.
You don't call this mic or something?
Well, we have all new mics.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
It's getting better.
We have all new everything.
It's getting
So I
better.
was around Clay's church a couple of weeks ago, and he's about to buy something that's going to spray out fresh air every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
We only see half of the bishop.
When you brought diet.
You talking about Bishop Stick? I mean Bishop.
Come on, get in here.
Come on in here. Bring your cakes on over.
I don't know half of Leroy about the whole one of us.
I'm in a sandwich of big men.
It was a little me.
Dog meat.
Too much bread on this.
Yeah, I'm with some big dudes beside me. I don't want no smoke with either one of these dudes. I feel so humble beside these two big men, man. I don't want no smoke with these guys. I feel like they kids, man. I'm their son for real. These niggas is big. Y'all better buckle up. I'm so humble.
Need some turkey. Oh man, need some meat over here.
Yo, I create my own folded like this.
Here we go. Here we go. Don't involve yourself.
But you really know why we haven't been here in the
Don't jump in the ring. Don't jump in the ring, Marcus.
Right. I can't. Oh, there you go.
Marcus is our guy. We're back. Y'all ready? How we sound now? Somebody tell us how we sound now. That's
we got
important.
an hour and 40 minutes. Y'all better be ready, man.
Yeah, y'all better be ready for this. This is not fair.
Oh my
If
goodness.
you shared this live, right, shared or done, it's
still
still
muffled,
we'll know.
Marcus.
Yeah.
All right, he fixing it now. We
fixed
going through our technical difficulties. The first show, we're gonna get it right. We got some big things to talk about, big things to announce, all that, all that. What's up though? Y'all need to like and share it though. If y'all can hear us, like and share. We up to 35. We trying to get to like 50, and then we go.
Yeah.
We gonna get to 50, and then we gonna go. So we need Rodell Hall. Oh, it's a little better.
Yeah.
Shelly Snow saying muffled, but maybe some of y'all crickets. Like you gotta upgrade your service.
This is some government phones.
The government don't let you hear certain things.
Oh, Lord.
So it's good to see everybody, man.
Show is not sponsored by anybody.
No, absolutely. No, we don't have no sponsor. We out here.
We out here.
We sponsored.
We sponsored this.
Sponsor this show.
Oh my God. Is it a little muffled? I think it's shaking.
So we have 40. That's good. 40 is a good number.
Yeah, we getting there. Come on, we need 10 more people. Let's go. Let's do the push.
Come on.
Do the push.
I get it. All right.
Like and share. Like and share. Do a watch party. Clay always say.
Favor, good to see you.
Do a watch. Favor. Do a
Tag
watch
some
party.
friends.
Darius do a watch party. We need everybody to get these numbers.
Favor is the pie queen of Baltimore.
We're gonna get.
Fabia does a pie queen?
Yeah, she got these Oreo,
I-
something banana pudding or something I seen yesterday. And she-
Yeah,
Okay.
right, yeah. It's peanut butter and something pie, something like that.
She makes some.
Yeah, I saw it online yesterday.
Wow.
I do it too.
Hey, how much
Yeah.
are your pies?
Shoot.
Send it in and
They
tell
have
us. I
to-
want to buy some.
Thank you, Wayne.
Y'all sound.
My guy, Elder Wayne.
See, you know, Marcus gets everybody on show.
They're
People tell me we're
The
not.
people are saying we're not straight. Bismarck.
Siobhan, all right, Shay, you are singing all that. Tell us how does it really sound like on a $25?
$25.
On a 1 to 10, we're all here.
That's
Get up here,
expensive
Fabia.
pie.
That's an expensive pie. Does it come with jam? Fabia, get up here.
Stupid.
Fabia, get up here. I'm about 4 of them, bro. I'm about 4 of them.
Come on. Like and share. All right. Like and share sounds a lot better now.
Should sound
Sounds a
a lot
lot
better.
better
There we
now.
go. Thank you, Dr. Hall.
All right, look
Kelly
like
Simmons,
we
good
got-
morning.
What's up,
See you.
Sandy?
We got to speak to everybody.
Good to see you, man.
Okay, y'all ready out there?
Let's get to it.
It's muffled. Talk. Oh, when we all do it at once.
Remember that. We
okay.
gotta let everybody have their own.
Good morning, Charles Johnson.
Okay,
Good
got
to
it.
see you, my brother.
Y'all, we here now. Well,
We out
Clay,
here.
when are we? We're back.
Whew, we out here now. So, brothers, it's been about a year.
Yeah, when was our last show? Like, when was our last show?
Luscious Kisses.
Oh my! Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Luscious-
already.
Luscious Kisses retired. The Thugs Thinkers. And
She made us take a sabbatical.
In one episode.
And I want to make a disclaimer about that.
She said it's your mic, Spence.
I told him that from the beginning. My mic was off from the beginning. It was weird. Yeah, it was weird. Make your disclaimer, B. You can talk.
Luscious kind of deceived us. We wasn't supposed to be talking like she was talking, and I felt uncomfortable with that. I thought she was supposed to come on and talk about life after whatever she was doing.
Oh, no.
And she came on and celebrated. But Luscious is our friend.
Yeah,
We don't have no
yeah,
beef with
yeah.
her. But
Yes.
I think for me, I ran because the church was so cruel to us. Like they talked about us so bad.
Here, Brian go being safe again, y'all.
No, I mean they did, man. They
I
put my
don't think the
name
girl
out
should have had a filter. That's the problem. I think why do we got to put a filter on the girl that we invite to the show?
Yeah.
This is we said it from the beginning. This is not a Christian show. Let's be clear. We ain't gonna only talk about God topics.
there. It was tough.
I mean, it's tough, and I just feel like the church world got to be more open to hearing people talk like they talk, so they can be transformed. Can't put a muffle on somebody and then tell them, don't come here, but don't talk. Nah,
Yeah.
be you, so then we can find out who you are, and then we can help you grow. That's just what I believe. Like, me and Brian disagree on it.
Yeah,
We disagree
yeah,
on it.
Yeah, because what I heard was people saying that they felt like we as pastors and men of God should have been more clear on our position of, meaning the issue I heard was not with her, it was with us and how we handled her when she was on the show.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like we was laughing and joking with her and not trying to offer Christ or trying to be, just trying to be an example.
I think the problem was she never said she didn't have Christ. She just was a little bit more unfiltered about her reality.
Right, you know what she said, I like missionary the best.
She said, I like Missionary the
Yeah.
best. And
Listen.
then she said she was going to a good church in this city that she really enjoyed. So I don't know. I don't know.
Some of y'all like missionary the best. I'm just trying to figure out why we confused.
Missionary Baptist.
Just kind of confused.
Right.
Why we being so like we don't talk about this stuff?
Yeah.
Y'all talk about it right in church. In the pews.
So funny, right? So we're talking about that, right? So let's talk about cancel culture.
Okay, okay. Cancel.
go.
Explain what it is.
It's a good- all right, so cancel culture is where, because it's multifaceted. So one avenue is where people find out about your past or something you did wrong, and they want you to doing whatever it is that you do, because of some moral failure. So because he failed, no, you can't pastor no more, you can't sing no more, you can't rap anymore, so forth and so on. And I said in the kingdom, Brian, you were canceled one time.
I was canceled.
We're a large church.
I've been canceled.
Have you, Twan?
New Praise was canceled. Remember?
To talk about
They
it.
told us we couldn't, they told us, Brown was with me.
Yeah.
We literally went to churches. We went to one church one night and sung, and the pastor got up while we were singing
While we were singing.
and said, "Stop. None of y'all have the Holy Ghost.
Woo.
I see all of y'all doing a bunch of screwing. In the spirit, this is what I see." Now, she wasn't wrong.
Chico.
Like I ain't gonna hold you, but I think it's the gotta have a better posture in church when you're a leader. Like, you gotta be careful when you talking to people like that. Like she really shut us down. We were ready to fight that night. Like we felt disrespected. Like, how you a pastor? And she literally said, "We will not have you at our church. We will tell people not to have you. Y'all do not need to be singing in nobody's church." So they
Right,
tried to
right.
cancel us.
Jesus.
Some of the pastors said that they didn't want people singing on my group because they felt as though a community choir was not of God.
Yeah. And look what's going on now.
Go ahead. But I guess what I'm saying is,
Everything they
Twan
canceled-
said it was true.
No, it was true, but the problem was not the truth. The truth has to be facilitated through a mechanism that could restore us, ourselves.
Yeah.
We got to be restored. I think as young people, it was very disheartening to see someone do that, especially now that I'm 47 years old. I can tell you that people have their picks of what they canceled.
Right,
Because that same church had some preachers that should have been canceled. And I dare not name Chico on this live, but you can't endorse one group of people and then kill kids.
But as a pastor, have you canceled?
Have I canceled anybody?
Has anybody
Now, we
been in
gotta-
your church that was operating?
What is the definition of we saying cancel?
Cancel means to stop you from
But
doing
first of
whatever you
all,
were doing.
We got to say this though, Leroy. Do we even have? Here's the problem: the people with the power to cancel using their authority in the wrong way. So you got to have power to cancel me. You can't if you don't have no power. You can't
You have to
cancel
be,
me.
you have to be careful to operate outside the parameters of restoration.
Can I say this
So
right
that has
quick?
to be applied appropriately.
Yeah, but
Have you canceled anybody at your church? I'm trying to think. I'm not even joking
Yeah, I'm
right
trying
now.
to think, too.
Like, have I ever told somebody they couldn't come back?
I mean,
I don't know.
as
Hey,
your
hey,
brother, I know you canceled at least one person, but I'm not going to say their name.
Can you
But
text me their name later?
yeah, yeah, but
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
cancel culture.
Oh yeah, I canceled that culture. I canceled that culture. You know why?
You ain't part of this church.
You know why?
You're never a part of my church.
Because sometimes if you don't cancel certain things, it becomes a culture that you can't control.
Right,
So
right.
I didn't want that to create a community, and then they were going to say, Brian Martin allowed. Or they'll say, Brian Martin agrees.
Right, he condones.
Yeah.
So I condone it. So I could have been wrong for that, but I did cancel that.
Get out of my organization. right. Close your church and come back to mine.
You can't handle the truth. So cancel culture is a real thing though.
Yeah.
It's not biblical though.
Oh no, we know it ain't biblical. You can't do that.
I'm going to argue it. I don't believe that we should be canceling people without the. Now we can cancel them when they reject counseling,
Right.
reject criticism,
Right.
But we can't counsel them just because of the offense, or we won't have no church. Some of my best members could have been canceled at one time.
But meaning cancel means to tell them to stop serving
And cancel could mean just get out my church.
or get out.
I don't know if Clay does this because we all have a
I
different
don't
culture.
cancel, yeah.
Do you
Clay
do
Baptist.
you sit anybody down if they do something wrong, or you just let them continue to smoke weed and snort cocaine and still be deacons? No, not you. I was giving a hypothetical. Don't take it personal. I'm just giving. Yeah, he ready to come off the road for your seat.
I agree. Say, a few of us have had some worship leaders who smoke weed.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait a minute.
See, here it comes. This is why I didn't want to come. This is why. I prayed before I got here because I knew it was going to come.
I'm just keep on praying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He will hear your cry.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I mean, Leroy, but let's do this real quick. They asking for it. Maurice just put a request in and said, "Yo, where is the something to do with nothing?"
My man Leroy.
We have a segment that is done by Bishop Sticky.
I've been thinking about this, laying before Google all night long, thinking about what to tell y'all. And this, I have to tell y'all two things, and I think y'all gonna enjoy both of them. Did y'all know?
No, we didn't.
Nope.
That octopuses have 3 hearts.
I didn't know that.
Yes, they have several legs and 3 hearts.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but here's my second one that y'all didn't know. There was a study that was actually done on how many actual licks it took to get on a Tootsie Roll. And it was,
wait a minute,
anywhere from 211 to 415.
That's a mighty liquor.
he's a lickologist.
Lickology.
I just wanted to inform you all.
Wait a minute.
That he took you
Just 1 minute.
I don't know what your speed is.
That depends on how many licks per minute.
How many licks? You got to be a quick liquor.
What do you
have to be a quick
What are you?
liquor.
What are you?
Strong jaws.
Let's go around the table and ask what speed do we lick?
Comable C. I don't even want to deal with this because
Let's move on. I just wanted to enlighten y'all.
I want to remind y'all.
Thanksgiving.
Depends.
And you're going to be licking a lot of plates today.
I want to remind y'all that Bishop Diet had this narrative, not Brian Martin.
This segment is sponsored by Bishop Leroy Diet.
Sponsored by Bishop Diet.
Right.
Lickology.
But I see
Depends on how
y'all.
long you been married, I guess.
I second it.
I see y'all enjoying it though.
I enjoy it. Lord knows I
I'm
enjoy
talking
it.
about our viewers.
I want y'all to stop.
My sister said,
Don't y'all get crazy in the comment section. Because some of these married women in the comment
my
section.
sister said, oh my.
You can call me Sir Nicolapolis.
Listen, I done bless your life today.
That's right.
Hallelujah.
How long you and Sherry been married, bro?
20.
20 years. And 20 years is a whole lot of Lickolopolis in 20 years.
From the rooter to the tutor. Let's forget the whole from the year. I was born in 75 from 1980.
Right. That's a long. What's that called? Strong jaw.
Looking a long time.
Normally Pastor Clay or Clay gives us the diplomacy, the sobriety, but I want to pause for a moment before we get too far because I feel a blackout coming. I feel it creeping up on my right side.
So I want y'all to put in the comment section, strong jaw twine. 20 years, it going strong, established, 1985.
There's life and death in the power of the tongue.
Listen, listen. Y'all saints better start. If you ain't, you better learn how to do it. If you married and got you a nice spouse, you better learn how to do it. In the name of the Lord.
Like a Tootsie Roll.
That's right.
Brian,
That's
what was
right.
your diplomacy? Because you
Because that's the problem. I think that married people are not, Christian married people are so kind of relaxed about that.
the sexual topic.
And single people are having better sex than married people.
My God.
And that's crazy.
I agree. You just said that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's because it's so taboo to us. It's like, I don't understand that. Like, y'all, this is what we do. This is how we reproduce. This is what we do. Y'all act like in church we don't do this stuff.
What happens?
On the
bishop is a mighty liquor.
On the summer revival
Let me say
buses.
that, I'm going to say this right quick. One of the biggest arguments I ever gotten into with my mother was sexual liberty with her and my father.
Right.
And my mother came from a culture where she did not believe. She still believed in sanctified sex.
What is
What is
that?
sanctified sex?
What? Hold on. Wait a
Absence
minute.
of licking and all that. She believed in.
I know Tony.
Now you know my father,
I know
right?
Tony.
So
It's not sex, it's just straight intercourse.
my father had to introduce her to a world beyond her religious upbringing, but my mother really was offended because she thought that meant she was a whore even if she was married.
Wow.
And so when she told me by the time she evolved in her 40s,
Charles Johnson
Not this
said,
married
not
couple.
this married couple. We get it in.
You know
I
what?
love it, Charles, man. I love it.
Leroy, let me say this because I can go a little further than they go. Like at the end of the day, I think the problem is we need to start talking about stuff that's really happening. Like it's a real thing. Like, and we had an argument before on where we disagreed on certain stuff where you know certain pastors they're not giving out condoms to their children or their members. I get it. I get it. We can revisit that. We can revisit that later. But at the end of the day, my point is, if the church world started discussing this stuff, we wouldn't have so much derogatory connotation.
Are you suggesting that we should have sex talks in youth ministry?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. I was about to cuss almost.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we should.
Yes, you know why?
And from an educational
perspective and a theological perspective, because sex is like once you get a little snort of dope, you keep going back.
Once you get a licking,
you know what I mean? And guess what? Hold on, let's keep it 100. Now this gonna be corny for some people to hear say this, but all of us probably had sex before our time.
Too early.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so you
oh
wouldn't,
my goodness,
you wouldn't recommend it. You had the youngest kids.
I keep going.
That's why I'm going at you, because you have babies. So Cam and Kendall, you're gonna recommend them a sense of discipline.
Yeah.
Because you understand the narratives that could be created.
Oh my!
But
do toys count?
We were.
My God, y'all
We were
got our show.
Yeah, I promise you. This morning, I was having this conversation with somebody this morning about what does it mean the wedding bed is undefiled.
It means anything is right as long as you're married. That's what
I thought
anything.
the Holy Ghost and anything.
Except the extremities. Extremes.
So you got to define extremity because yours is from somebody else's.
I think that marriage creates sexual liberty.
Okay.
Where there's no place and no space that's not illegal. There's no. I want to say something else, but I know. I don't.
Let me say.
You say it.
What does it say? What you saying again? I'll give it the raw version of it.
I just think you can do whatever
He
you
said,
want.
okay, all is legal.
Here is what. Now, legal
Except another partner.
Except another partner.
Except
So
another
a third partner wouldn't.
So
Third
are
party.
toys acceptable?
That's private. I'm not gonna be open to vulnerable enough to say that openly. But whatever goes in the marriage room.
Why can't Leroy is a master of that kind of stuff?
It's between that marriage. Okay, Clay. It's between that marriage. You the Toys R Us king.
Toys R Us. No, I wouldn't say who it is. But it's my man. I would put him out there.
Hold on, wait a minute. Just 1 minute.
No,
As Ron folds his fingers. No, but we got to be honest.
But a lot of the issue, but I think a lot of, because I've counseled couples where the wife said because she had sex prior to being married, that she saw sex as dirty. So when she got married, it was hard for her to turn that off.
Okay, so we got to segue because we were on cancel culture, but you just took us into the Jada Pinkett topic.
Very true.
Okay, so we want y'all to understand that we do have topics. We do talk about topics. Yeah. The first topic was cancel culture. Now we're discussing, because we've turned the corner, into our next topic, which is Jada Pinkett Smith, as you all know, has numerous times went and publicly aired out pretty much their private information between her and Will Smith. Yeah. The most latest air out was when she literally came out and said, he does not satisfy me sexually. To the world, she said that.
And a lot of married people feel that way.
So that was what you were just saying about the couple.
A lot of married people feel.
I think we need to cancel Jada Pinkett. I think that is so disrespectful, because now allegedly y'all would have to tell me, because I'm really not involved with that secular world.
Right.
Allegedly they told me that Will and Jada had an open marriage.
Yeah.
And they do. They've admitted that publicly.
Yes, they believed in swinging and things of that nature.
Okay.
They admitted it publicly.
Okay.
Here is my point.
But they blame Christianity that they were sexually dysfunctional.
Whoa. They blame.
So stay where you are, though.
Okay,
Yeah,
so my point was,
that's a good point.
When you start entertaining those wild curiosities, you start bordering down the lines of perversion that can't be controlled. Now I think all of us have a perversion level.
Yeah.
In terms of sexual desire.
Right.
But when you start, everything has to be something extreme, then that's when the satisfaction becomes low.
Right.
You know, like you can't screw your wife until she come down the elevator with a banana and high heels.
Where did that come from?
Banana. What the
Well, I'm
banana
just giving
for?
some extreme.
Is that your thoughts?
I like
What's
bananas.
the banana for?
Why you with a banana?
Bananas.
Wait a minute.
That's your problem.
You gotta explain the banana.
Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself,
I have
brother.
diabetes. You have to eat a lot of bananas.
I like potato. I need diabetes. I gotta do that. So
What are you gonna do with the banana?
I don't know.
It ain't my business.
Bananas and high heels.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what
I'm
it's
just
called.
trying to give some context. So that's why I think that Jada and Will are the byproduct of too much curiosity, and now if you're used to 3
But how do you
minutes-
stay? Meaning, if you're married to somebody for 20 years and y'all ain't venturing out,
Wait a minute, Clay.
what?
Nah, her honesty.
And watching,
And watching the entire episode
puts everything in context. And Will said that orgasms make him vomit. He
That's-
airing out in his book.
So he don't like
Orgasms make him
orgasms.
vomit.
So I'm
I don't understand that.
I gotta talk to Will.
I do too.
I gotta ask Will a question.
That's a deficiency.
Something is wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the whole point of it.
But if you're married to somebody for a long period of time, I don't care how much you like chicken. Chicken every day for 20 years can become a little cumbersome.
You got to put a little barbecue sauce on it.
Right. So I think married people begin to explore out of their realm to keep it spicy. But
Brian
you're
got a
saying
point, though.
by going far, you may go too far and you can't return. But then some couples is bored with each other.
But Brian is right. Here's the thing. It's like drugs. Like the weed is the gateway to other drugs. they
Right,
say.
man, you gotta be
so,
careful
So like
with it,
Brian
man.
say, so once you start getting bored with missionary and doggy style, then they start figuring out how to do puppy style and cat.
You start bringing bananas.
You start bringing bananas and hot. It just gets more and more crazy. So Brian's point is correct. Once you go to one level, you just keep going deeper and deeper in.
So how do you stay encouraged
Sorry, no
with somebody for 10?
See, I call spice up stuff like if Leroy was preaching good as he always does around the world, and he's preaching so good until Max texts him, and because he has his iPad there, he can see the text, and Max texts him and says, "Hurry up and meet me in the office. You preaching so good, I want to minister to you right now."
In church?
It's his office.
You can't do that.
So you can't have sex
That's
in
his
his
wife.
office.
You can't.
That's
You can't do that in church. You're married or not. You
Well, I
cannot
think
do that
someone
in
at the
church.
table should not do that.
Wait a minute. Yo, you cannot do that.
I think I'm gonna say
The marriage
that's still
is
church.
limited to house.
Yeah, like that's what
Yo,
I'm
that's still church. You cannot do that in
Okay,
church,
okay,
yo.
so not in church then.
Married or not.
No, Brian, no. Don't get off like
if you're in your office,
Right.
and your wife comes in,
You cannot do that in
Except
church.
before
yo.
you minister, I want to minister.
yeah.
You cannot.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So
Wife,
You
go
ain't in the
ahead,
office,
go ahead,
you ain't in the
go ahead.
sanctuary, we ain't on the altar.
Thank you. Lady Danielle knocks on the door, gets past your security and adjutants, and says, "I need to see my husband." Y'all stand at the door and say, "Negro, you preached today and got my fire bubbling." And she go in the midst and meet me in the shower because you're the only one that has a bathroom in your office, so you
Okay.
can run the water and make it loud. And she ministers you. You gonna say, "Get off"?
Charles Johnson, man. I've been there more than one time. My wife.
Exactly.
Yo,
One time with my
Charles,
wife.
you mean in?
My wife in.
Yo, I can't imagine.
I'm trying to. This is good conversation. So let me qualify this right now. Let me qualify this.
No.
Flavor Burston, Brian Martin, and Leroy Diet were not meant to be passed if that was a rule.
I've never had sex with my
'Cause y'all
wife in
wouldn't
my
do it.
office.
Right or wrong, y'all gonna do it.
Leroy. Hello. Hello. Is the mic working? Hello.
It's working fine.
Okay.
It's working absolutely.
Did you lock the door?
Charles Johnson
It's my
in
wife.
my office. Charles Johnson
you are my
in
guy.
my office. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Okay,
It's my wife.
Okay. I love
Yo,
it.
I don't understand what's going on here, but I love it.
Twan, so you're saying when you were pastoring,
Yes.
Man, if I gotta
I'm
be-
going,
you and
I'm
Sherry
a-
in the
I'm a-
office.
I'm going to smash in the office, and I'm gonna make the praise and worship leader wait. Sing an extra song. 'Cause I feel a little.
Wait a minute.
I feel like I gotta elongate the noise.
But his reference was to after service. It wasn't.
Man, let me
What
tell you
was it
something.
before?
With your wife, I think somebody should call in and tell us if we're going too far. Because there's some pastors on here.
But they the ones
Charles
talking.
Johnson, he made it known. He's like,
He made it known.
Right, you ain't
You
gotta
better
know.
not answer and tell them their business. Well, okay.
Sorry for watching Clay.
Oh, that's Mr. McClay. Oh, he because you trying to get it going.
No, Sherry.
Yeah, because you trying to get it going.
Sherry, I'm sorry, Sherry. You know, I love you, my sister.
I'm gonna get it going.
Your husband said.
I don't want no trouble with Sharon. I'm saying out of this.
So Brian, Bishop, ever
When I was
on Carroll Street.
on Carroll Street,
Oh, okay.
me and Lady Tanya had several experiences in the office.
See, they don't know where the power comes from.
And one of those experiences was because after the Holy Ghost get off you, your flesh rises.
Listen,
And I'm telling you, and
You at a vulnerable place when you finish preaching. too.
Listen,
You
worship
finish
is an
ministry?
aphrodisiac. You can say whatever you want to
Ooh,
say.
put that on the screen. Worship is an
It's an
aphrodisiac.
aphrodisiac. No, because you're opening yourself up in worship. That's just a
Opening
truth.
yourself
Christine
up.
said, I don't know how to put my face.
And I get that. That's a valid point, that you don't want to know everything about your
Yeah.
pastor in that sense.
Yeah.
Because you place them in a particular
Yeah.
posture.
Yeah.
See, they're not going to know. The
Be
door
very
closed.
careful. But I think that's what's wrong. I think that's what's wrong with the culture as a whole.
Yeah, I
is that
agree.
we don't see them as a person, pastors as a person
Yeah.
that have these.
But is that healthy,
tendencies and
though?
proclivities.
But
It's only
is that-
healthy. It's only healthy if somebody begins to open up their perspective and their mind to it.
No,
And we don't-
meaning, is it healthy and more safe for the member to not know their pastor as a human?
Only particulars they should know. But I believe in the spirit of familiarity, which you have to be very
Yeah,
careful.
that's what I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, go
That's
ahead.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
there's
but,
a
Bishop.
reverence that is necessary and a respect, but it goes both ways. But there also should be some type of tolerance for the pastor's humanity.
Yes. Like Leroy's correct. I'm with Leroy. Like I say, me and Brian fuss about this all the time because I'm always like, B, you got, like, they love you for who you are. They love Clay for who he is. They don't, them people, like, they know you're human.
Yeah.
But when you don't expose them to any of your humanity, then they start putting you in places that you're not qualified to be.
If
in
your
their
pastor
mind,
preach
expect-
with his chains out and his chest hair showing,
If that's what his
then-
membership don't have a problem with, then he preaching to his audience.
that's right.
They're not there for his chains or his chest. They're there for his voice.
That's
and for
good.
that which
Some of 'em
they
are.
add to it.
Yeah.
Well, we understand that, but they are those that are operating in flesh. That's all.
Somebody wait a minute, bro. So they operate in flesh, Leroy?
There are those that are operating in.
So those who open their shirt up while they preach.
No. I'm not saying the pastor that opens their shirt up while they preach is operating in flesh. The ones that are
That is flesh, Leroy.
operating in flesh.
If you can wear your chains out while you preaching, then you can have an earring in while you preaching. You can have
But we also preach
extensions while you preach.
that David danced out of all his clothes, and he was a man after God's own heart who loved women.
Yeah.
Evidence of him
Loved
sleeping with
them.
Bathsheba
Yeah.
and doing through that, but God still loved him. So what I'm saying is we have to stop putting all these limits on the flesh of a particular pastor, but not put them on ourselves.
Right. True,
Not-
Roy. True.
People can't put them on themselves, and that's another part of the cancel culture. The cancel culture, to me, this is my
Yeah,
opinion,
got you.
is that it's one that doesn't agree with what you agree with, and so they want to cancel or deny or extinguish,
Yeah.
annihilate that which they cannot handle because of where you stand.
Yeah.
So-
I don't think we're saying, like, we're not saying, okay, so here is where we got to clarify some of our statements. First of all, if we're in the office and you're ministering in the office, the saints don't know I'm in the office ministry.
Okay.
Let's be clear here. We're not saying we're putting this out. Leroy gonna come to the pulpit and say, I just got finished carrying on, babe. I had me a time. That ain't what we're saying here. You're not even gonna know it happened. So we're talking about, is it okay for the pastors to even do it? We're not talking about whether you can palate it.
Right. True.
Like, two different topics.
True.
Like,
So with that being said, do you think that we've introduced too much of our humanity to the membership? Pastors wearing extensions in their hair, pastors with earrings
another
on
topic.
preaching, pastors just being a little more, like Roy works out. So Roy will be online, show his muscles and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, he
Is that,
spinning all over with his guns out.
yeah, no, right, yeah.
Talking about dancing. What is he talking about? Dancing.
Right,
Whatever.
you get the flex like dancing till my arms get bigger, right?
I'm minding my business.
right. You know what I mean? So do you believe it's healthy for pastors, to just show their personality in the pulpit? I mean, my dad was like, we couldn't take our jackets off when you preaching.
Yeah, that's old school.
Yeah, but you
Old
ain't,
school.
you ain't your dad. at
I
all.
got
Right.
Not
I'm
even-
just saying.
You gotta
Yeah,
understand.
you know what I mean?
We're in
Yeah.
another era. Social media has opened up so many portals
Listen.
of information and disclosure of things.
Right.
People get on there and vent. They talk about their whole relationship.
Yeah.
Some people post everything they're doing. I'm going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Going over here. I'm doing
Yeah.
this. I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I'm cooking this. I'm
Golden
cooking that.
Corral.
So
I
we have
got
to be
you.
very. It's
wrong with
swinging
doing
in
that?
the air.
Clay doesn't like
I
me.
got
That's
you. Go
why
ahead,
I-
brother. I'm right here with you, boy. Go ahead.
So we have to at least look at that from that particular perspective. That listen, it's a lot of exposure out here today.
Right.
But you also have to be very careful
Yeah.
of that which you expose
Very true.
and how you expose it.
I think Leroy. I think all of us are correct because we're all saying the same thing in ways. Like there is a level and there is a limit to everything.
Yeah.
So if you know that Clay pastors a different church than Freedom, than from the House of Judah, so you got to know your audience and who you're called to, because then you got to know how far you can go with them and how far you can't.
Very true, bro.
Like as a shepherd, you'll know that. So I think our point is like just know who you speaking to and know your audience.
Right.
Because certain audiences in Mission ain't gonna let Brian preach with his shirt open and his gold chains out.
yeah.
And they might have a problem with that. But you come to Brian church and we in there with a DJ having it's
DJ,
different.
yeah,
It's
all that
different,
flash,
but it
yeah.
works for different people.
Right.
You got to know
Right,
your
true.
audience.
You gotta know your
Now,
audience.
I prosecute with great aggression any man preaching in my pulpit with extensions. No one gets to preach in my pulpit with. I'm talking about extensions where the point is you got a bob or you got a tilt. No, you can't.
So that let's segue into the next topic then, Clay. The next topic where we normally would have announced this, we were talking about the man weaves and the BBLs. So
Let's
it's
talk
two
about.
separate
Wait,
topics.
we got to be careful because I want to talk about that. But the one guy that I know, the man weaves, was Wade the barber, right?
Wade the barber from
and he's
Baltimore.
made an amazing amount of money. He's famous all over the world. He introduced that, and I applaud his tenacity to do it. However, I have a problem with preachers who have extensions in their hair. I have a problem.
And what is it? The issue?
I don't understand the need.
Ralph.
Like those fashion aggressions to me are so. I need to know why, and I'm nobody to answer to. I'm just saying, what about your life that you feel better to have your hair, and then the way they throw their hair back and the way they get, like, to me it's like really weird. Like
It's really feminine.
Yeah, like why are we doing it like that, my guy? Like
It's really feminine.
and especially if we can, one church in Baltimore, a holiness church, told me, we love your preaching, but we don't like when you open up your church. And we know you. I just sweat hard, and I got to get comfortable. I wasn't trying to do it, but the
I
same.
noticed him do that while he was playing basketball. But
I
go ahead, I'm
sweat
listening.
hard. And so the same
Now you
preachers
sweat
who had
so
a
hard,
problem
you
with
gotta
my
show your
chain
goat.
showing don't have a problem with people preaching in their pulpit with buns, men with buns that are not their own. And I think
they got
that
buns.
I think that people they discipline what they don't like, and what they do like they give a pass to.
Right.
Yeah. I think
that's what
I think all of it is just too far.
So are we saying? So are we saying, as y'all are pastors, are we saying that if a man shows up to preach at your church and he has a man weave, and
He's not even gonna be invited to my church.
what if you didn't know till he got
You
there?
ain't know who you got there.
He
He
got
can't
there.
preach. He can't preach.
So you canceling him?
I am.
That's cancel
Yeah,
culture.
Cancel
because
culture.
in my house,
I don't agree with you. I'm going to end the assignment.
In my house, you have,
Suppose it's a regular man's cut though.
if it's
You're
his
talking
real
about
hair,
an extension.
if it's his
No,
real
no,
hair,
no, no, because there's such thing as hair restoration for a lot of men. now.
Yeah, right.
That's all I'm saying.
the Bible says it's
That's
sin for a man to have long hair. But I mean, that's so many
Is that
contexts.
true, Leroy?
Yes.
Well, you have to take. Yeah, you have to.
Yes.
you have to
It's
take it in the
Explain it.
context of
into
the
I gotta
context.
explain in the context. Because some of these scriptures we say and we use them.
Yeah, I
but
got
know
you,
the
I got
history.
you.
I'm not
saying
really,
you don't. but
yeah,
I'm
I
saying-
got you, but just really the context. Give us the context.
What's the context of that?
But Christ had long hair, right? He had
No,
dreads, right?
no.
He had a short haircut.
I
It was
thought he had-
like an afro.
I thought he said he had
I'm
hands
asking.
like a
Yeah, like
sheep,
a- yeah.
and I thought
No.
it was.
He had
His
a
hair-
taper. It was like
He had a fade.
he had a fade.
You trying to stay at a thing.
So what if someone rents out your church and invites a guest preacher? There you go. You want to talk about the guy that cussed out the preacher? What if that guy had cussed you out, Clay? What you do?
Okay, so that's our next segue again. Here is another segue. We got so many great topics for y'all.
It'd have been one video y'all would have loved. It'd have been streamed right now.
Do we have that
Any
video,
man-
Marcus?
You got that video, Marcus?
Of the
guy
cussing pastor?
The cussing pastor.
The one who just literally. Okay, what we
I
gonna
don't
do? Let's discuss it right now. Here's the segue, y'all.
That's not order.
The segue is Brian is discussing that we seen on a video this week where they put out where a pastor was invited to preach at a church. He was a guest preacher, and while he was in the pulpit preaching, evidently the host pastor literally cut him off because he felt like it was going too long. The guest preacher then gets up and says, "You cannot tell God when he's finished working," and then it goes from there. So we're looking for the video now so y'all can see it. So when Brian goes into depth about what he was just talking about, you'll know what he's talking about.
I just know all these preachers that I'm sitting with at this table. If any man had said that to them,
No, just put in cussing pastor. Yeah, you put in guest pastor puts out church. This thing being too deep.
I know Leroy would have hit him, Clay would have hit him, and Twan would hit him.
Yeah, it'd have been. There it is. Look, cussing pastor.
You'd have drug him out the church.
It'd have been bad.
I wouldn't. Probably not.
You would have had your deacons carry
What
him
you
out.
did then, Clay? If he had told you,
I
put
would've
your
been
hands
real-
off my ass
Keep
when
going,
he
Marcus,
said
keep
that.
I would have been real angry, but
going.
I know that the people would have been sitting there watching me, and I probably would have felt like maybe
I really respect you.
I'm a
brother.
you know what I'm saying. Maybe if it was in some other environment, but in front of my church, it'd have been real hard for me to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all would probably do the same thing.
Wait a minute.
Maybe in church,
I don't know what I would have done in that moment. I would have been
very angry.
very offended.
Yeah.
And angry.
Yeah.
So I can't say how I would have reacted.
Yeah.
That's a tough. Like you really gonna tell me that man got a bit and he cussed. Get off of my.
It's
Don't touch my. He cussed that man out in his pulpit.
Yeah. But then it's kind of hard to preach forgiveness and love and all that kind of stuff after they've seen you, act out in rage. So
No, because they saw the whole incident.
Yeah, I'm not saying it wouldn't be easy. I'm just saying it would be hard for me. I would have to really be like, because we've all been in moments where you felt like saying something else or doing something else, but you said, you know what?
But it wasn't to that degree.
Yeah, that one. Yep, that's the one right there. So we're gonna play it for y'all. He's loading it now, and we're gonna play it for y'all, and y'all can see the whole. And then we're gonna let these three discuss.
And before you play, you know what else you know what else it give me a painful reminder? You never know who's videoing in your church.
And very true.
And that is very scary. Because
true.
it seems like when anything goes on, somebody can slip their phone out and I'm gonna get them. You know what I mean? You got to be very
But I
careful.
told you that.
So y'all
social
watch.
media
So
is
everybody.
just
So we got 70 people watching.
Yep.
Real quick in the comment section, we're gonna let y'all call in soon. If your pastor was cursed out like that, would you expect your pastor to smack him in the mouth, or would you expect your pastor to show grace and humility?
Yes, here we go, Marcus. Go ahead and play it for him. Watch this for a
Now,
second, y'all.
what we supposed to say? That we got to say something before
We
do
must.
that.
We do not subscribe to the language that's used in this video. This is not of thugs, thinkers, and theologian. It is just what we're showing to get a point.
And we don't know the entire context of all what happened. All we know is what was been reported. So we ain't on nobody's side.
Right.
We ain't got no elephant in the race. We don't know Yo, and we don't know the bishop.
Yeah, go
Let's
ahead.
go.
Here it is.
I encourage you whenever you have a service. I didn't say she had to stop worshiping God.
You did. And don't worry about it.
What I said was this. What I said was this. When you have a service, we want to make sure we start on time. One, that we don't have to rush the man or woman of God. Okay, so let me finish talking in my house.
I don't give a damn about your house.
God bless you, sir.
That's not how you order.
Like I
And that's
said,
not protocol.
God bless you,
Trust and
sir.
believe me, I know it.
God bless you, sir.
There are souls that are still here trying to be free.
And I didn't say that she didn't have to stop
I don't give a damn about no
worshiping
damn
God.
time limit.
God bless you,
Who
sir.
are you to tell God he can't do what he got to do?
God bless you, sir.
Who are you to tell God?
We thank you for coming. When you leave out, please watch out for the step.
Yeah, he's being shady with that.
That don't make no damn sense. And you a bishop in the Lord church?
Here's the style, ma'am. God bless you.
Don't put your hands on my shit.
Oh my God. That right there would have took me out of here. I'd have to hit him like, because now I'm feeling disrespectful. Like,
Please watch this step on your way out. Now I'm trying to ask. I want to ask our audience, thugs, thinkers, and theologians audience. We have three pastors: Pastor Clay, Pastor Brown, and Pastor Leroy. Pastor Leroy, I am asking you specifically: if that happened in your church, what would have been the response?
To be very honest. Yeah, it have got a little crazy.
My members
my
would've
only
did it.
compliment, and also that's you see some of my members are
Yeah,
saying right now
comment,
that
yeah.
we would have handled it. We would have jumped in.
Yeah. Bishop Martin.
Bishop Martin.
Well, yeah, you know, I'm very emotional, so I'd immediately went to the 10. Like, why are you talking to me like this? And I'm not like you in my church. You know, I'm trying to close my. Apparently, there was a time gap difference,
Right?
And I'm assuming, and I'm very careful with this statement, that he was probably doing a very laborious deliverance context,
Right.
You know, and the pastor's like, okay, come on,
And
you know.
I think from what I read, they were renting the church. That's why the pastor had his regular clothes on.
Right.
And I think they went over the time
They're
because
like,
the
I'm
church
ready
was
to go.
coming in.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Another church was coming in
Oh,
after them,
okay.
and they were waiting to get in.
Right.
He was saying like, I understand y'all worshiping, but
Yeah.
there's another church
Pastor
coming
Lauren
in.
said my members would have jumped him.
And let me tell you what the is there a rebound for a pastor who's video talking to another pastor like that? Like, do you just get to say, y'all pray for me, y'all hold me up, or is it like do you really damage the longevity of your ministry when you?
That's why I asked the people watching. What you, as a member of your church, I know you're saying you would slap or you would beat the man up for your pastor. You got to do. But if your pastor went off on him, beat him up, slapped the guy, would you be in support of that? Would you find you a new church? I mean, what is your expectation of your man of God or woman of God to show grace? I mean.
Be honest.
Be honest.
Yeah, tell the truth.
The folk talk all that, but
so
if it really
Claiborne get up there and that
happened,
happened, and Claiborne grab that man, yank him up, and slam him down the steps, and then his deacons drag him out. Are y'all coming back to mission life?
Absolutely.
Well,
and then that's the question.
It goes back to what you said. It's you got to know your audience.
That's true.
So these are sheep that follow you.
Yeah.
My sheep have my temperament, and so I have to be very careful of what context I put them in because. You know, everybody's not diplomatic. Some people are just coming to Christ, and they're going to look at that like, yo, you're not going to disrespect my pastor, you know what I mean? And so it depends upon how I respond is how they're going to respond. And we all know our members are going to respond according to what the leader responds.
And then here's the thing. He did make another video, a response video. And in his response video, he was very much the same temperament. So this guy meant what he did. This is clear. And this is what he do. They say he cuss and do this stuff like he a wild type of dude. You know what I mean? From what they're saying. So when he got and responded to it, he was like, yeah, that's what I do. I don't care. Like, I cuss, like, and I ain't going to change what. So if that's his stance, then he got to get what he get.
Tron, real story. Hey, real quick. Last Sunday, I'm sitting in my car in front of my church. This is a true story. Sitting in the car in front of my church, minding my business. You know, I was playing a video game where we leave church. This lady took a rock and threw it and hit the back of my window.
Oh,
bam! So she couldn't see I was in there. So I back up. I'm like, so I get out the car. Oh, I'm sorry. There was something wrong with it, right? Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm angry as Jax,
right?
But I'm thinking I'm in front of the church. And if somebody were to see me or respond, so I'm always thinking the cross first. You know what I mean? How does this make God look, or the body of Christ? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. And people talking all that in there, but in real life, if it was viral, Leroy O'Brien or Antoine beating somebody up in their pulpit, and it's all on the internet, all Larry Reed.
I'm not saying that
would they stay in that church or leave the church?
I'm not saying that it would be a beat up. I think the members would interject and come in, especially those that you have in place.
Yeah,
we have in this era now. Security ministry. We didn't have that before. It was really, the deacons.
Yeah,
that's true.
Were there and was supposed to be protecting
that.
Or the ushers were the first line of defense, as we called it. So we have to be very careful about how we talk about.
And these line of defense, Leroy, they got guns now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's a different day and age.
Definitely.
Like, let's be clear. So
what do you do with the guy who comes in church with the gun, and the pastor not now? What do you do then? Are you worried about him?
He drugged him.
That's different.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because at that point, it's all verbal.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at a verbal altercation.
But we don't know what that person has.
I agree. I 100%
before it escalates, there has to be some type of intervention and approach. It may not even come from the pastor, because that pastor still remained in the pulpit and had a dialogue with him.
But the people still ain't answering that question, though.
Okay,
would you leave your church?
Some of them answered it.
A lot of them
following my pastor.
A majority of the people respond on here. No,
I've been reading
my pastor.
I've been reading it. All of them said they going with their pastor.
They said it wouldn't even never got that far.
I was taught to follow my leader. If Bishop Pop said, I follow up and we'll come back to worship. That was the answer.
Well, that's Leroy's church.
Well, I mean, that's the culture.
All of them got guns.
That's the culture. That speaks to the culture.
They soldiers around there, top church. They soldiers.
We no limit. We Master P.
Right.
No. Real talk though. Like y'all know that's Maurice if that get ugly. Maurice too though. Maurice got a gun.
Yeah, soldier.
Yeah, my armor bird. Deacon Earl Field.
Soldier.
So we want you all to, this interactive conversation with y'all, the post stuff is great. We need y'all to give us answers and help us, move the conversation. So at the end of the day, even in cancel culture, we've talked about cancel culture. We didn't really discuss in cancel culture what Leroy brought it back to, where in cancel culture, the baby was literally canceled, correct?
Yeah.
Like they literally, the world, because, and this is why I have a major problem, and y'all please pray for me. I don't think it's fair that the LGBTQ community can say and do what they want to do and talk about Jesus the way they want to talk about him. Yeah. But the minute we respond any kind of way from a Christian standpoint, we are canceled. We are the worst people in the world. They have literally changed the meaning of the rainbow.
Wow.
I can't even post a rainbow without y'all thinking I am gay.
Wow.
Like these are concerns I have for our community and our culture right now. Like they can say whatever they want to say, but the minute the baby said, and he didn't even say anything towards their community, he just made a statement of, if you just came to the concert and you had a good time, all I need you to do is shout out. If you was in the car and you gave whatever in the car, fellatio in the car, and you came in here and you still whatever. He didn't say anything about man on man. It's just the truth. And they canceled that guy. He lost endorsements. He lost money. Like shows was booked. He lost millions of dollars, and he didn't even say anything towards that community. Now, we're not saying we're speaking against the community. Let me be clear what I'm saying here. But what I am saying is that the minute we make a statement.
That's what.
I listen. And then
You go in Atlanta, so you know that's headquarters.
And that's the Archbishop. Down there. We're talking about man weaves. Come to Atlanta. So I need y'all to understand this. Is it fair that when a person makes a stance, they can be canceled by a whole segregation of people?
I think it's the old school narrative. You can dish it but can't take it, and I think it's unfair for you to rob people of their opinion, especially when you have an opinion of them. Opinions, we all have opinions of each other. That don't mean we don't like each other. Yeah. So if Clay or Leroy or Twan adamantly disagree with me, I can't jump to the defense of, oh, y'all don't like me. You see what I'm saying? Everybody has a right to their perspective. And I think that with that situation, I thought it was wrong. Yeah. You know, even with I mean, who else?
I think this generation struggles with loyalty.
Oh, they try to cancel Dave Chappelle from Netflix.
Dave, yeah.
I think because today people no longer value loyalty like how we did back in the day. Remember that night we was down the Thai restaurant getting something to eat right beside the cigar lounge. It was you, me, and a couple other people. Yeah. And we was there arguing for 3 hours with a young guy. Right. Because he said that loyalty is based on your not you, but a person's behavior. Right. He said that if Antoine has messed up, then I don't have to be loyal to Antoine when he messes up.
I disagree with that.
And guess what? If that were the case,
I disagree. None of us would
we wouldn't be friends. It would be no thugs thinking. We wouldn't be friends then. Loyalty is a restorer.
And loyalty does not have restrictions on left.
Yeah, you can challenge me, you can critique me, but my God, show it with me when them cameras hit me.
Like I need you at that point.
I need you in the darkest hour of my life, because it's hard to defend myself alone. And sometimes presence is a defender. Yeah. Like, yo, this guy must not be as bad as he is if he got some solid people standing with him. And
sometimes people misinterpret what we said or did. So then you need people around who have been around you for years to say, nah, I know that cat. Dana Jay is on here, and you are loyal to R. Kelly. Woo. And R. Kelly did what you said he didn't do. And he argues us down.
And you argued us down. You went to court with him. You went to court with R. Kelly. You made a whole podcast. You mean giving paperwork, and you mean I keep it 100. Like, I love you, Dana. You our little brother, but I'm just saying. I respect your loyalty.
So and my challenge and issue is with the Christian LGBTQ community, because they let their brothers and sisters in that community kill the church. And they don't stand up and say nothing about it, and be sitting in your church on your praise team, singing on your choir, on your organ, love God, but they won't say one word when non-believing LGBTQ plus people crush the church.
Clay, let me ask Dana, call in please right now. Can you post a number? And we just want to have a 2-minute discourse with you on your loyalty to R. Kelly. I love R. Kelly. I think he's probably one of the greatest songwriters in our.
There is nobody in Versus that want to see him.
I'm just saying, Dana, you met R. Kelly in the last 4 years, 5 years.
I'm putting
the number is 855.
So talk to us about your loyalty to R. Kelly. I'm not
493.
I'm only going by what the papers are saying and the news reports are saying. So if you're saying that's a lie, then I apologize. I don't want to be that who would say he, but you have a loyalty to him.
Now, do I subscribe to what he was involved in? No, because I got daughters and I ain't trying to hit. It wouldn't have went that way for my child. First of all, my child would have been left in no studio.
No studio. I don't deal with pedophilia. I don't deal with grown men touching kids and all that.
I don't give no pass on that.
No, I ain't give no pass.
Let me ask y'all this.
Once you do
but I still want to play a little. My mom's telling me no. But my body.
12 play. Here it comes.
He said 90% of church music was written by a gay person, and that is absolutely true.
Christ. Some of the greatest hits was.
Yes.
90%.
Walter Hawkins and Love Alive made some of the greatest hits ever.
Oh, yeah.
Come
What?
on. Talk
I
to
don't want to
Dana.
call no names. Hey, Dana, what's up, my brother?
What's going on, bro? Happy
Love.
holidays, everybody.
Love, man.
Love,
Same to you,
Dana.
big guy. Good to see you, man.
Rat boy.
You're doing big things out there in Atlanta, man. You playing in movies and Spike TV. You was Biggie Smalls, and you got a bombing podcast. Got 4,000 subscribers. You told me 400,000. 4,000 subscribers on your podcast, man. And I'm proud of you for doing your thing, Dana. So why are you such a
Loyal.
a loyal R. Kelly supporter?
Yeah, that's him.
Let's play this up real quick. Brian said I met him within the last 4 or 5 years. That's inaccurate. I met him in actually 95. That's the first time I met him over in D.C. And then I came back again in his presence in 96 in Baltimore on the 12th.
Does he know you, Dana?
Huh?
Does R. Kelly know you?
Yeah, facts.
Cause I remember that one, Brian. Remember that one time we was down First Apostolic, and First Ap had John P. Key. So this is a true story, y'all.
Here we go.
Y'all know me in my true stories, right? Here we go. So Dana told Brian, Bishop Martin, and myself that he was best friends with John P. Key's son. He said they were pen pals. He spent the whole summer down at John P. Key house, was on tour with him, right? It's a true story, Troy. So me and Brian got dressed because that night John P. was going to be at First Apostolic. He put nice suits on, ready to go down there. So Dana told us, man, he said, when it's over, I'm going to let y'all meet John P. Key. Me and his son, best friends. I spent the whole summer down there with him, blah, blah, blah. We pen pals, all that kind of stuff. So the concert is going, right?
Right.
So Dana runs down to the front of the concert, jumping around, right? John says, I like this young man. What's your name, young man? I thought I knew you. Right? So me and Brian like, well, I thought, right? So we get in the car to go home. We like, Dana, you told us that you've been in the man's house, spent the whole summer there. He said, oh, no, that's all part of the show.
Oh, wait a minute. It's all part of the show. Just 1 minute.
He said, no. He said, he told me,
Let me say this to you, yo.
And let everybody know.
And I want to say this because we got viewers on who don't know Dana. Dana is actually family for us. Like, very much. Dana was my first drummer. He's always been faithful.
That's our guy.
He is our guy. So I don't want nobody to get it twisted because you ain't going to be able to disrespect him privately or publicly. But Dana has some issues that we just need to discuss. One of the other issues, Dana, I want to ask Dana,
right,
are you being paid to do this podcast for R. Kelly? Because I was told by somebody that you were being paid to create the buzz going. And that's what I thought.
No.
Okay, tell us.
No, that's a lie.
Okay.
That's not true at all.
Okay.
So then let me ask you. These are your real beliefs. You really believe R. Kelly is not guilty?
Facts. And I'm about to get to that point.
That's not him in the video.
From the time that I've been around him and from the time I know him, at the end of the day, here's the thing. But in order to call somebody a pedophile, so they got to have pedophile tendencies. Or they got to be,
got a video
they got to be shown and to be a pedophile. They got to be charged.
Aaliyah was 13.
He got 2 tapes.
I don't know how much more tendency that proves.
All of that came out in court, though.
What came out? That she wasn't 13?
But the whole thing about Aaliyah and all that, man, look.
It's a marriage license
This is what the
online that shows them
prosecutor
married.
He married a 13-year-old,
said
Dana.
in court.
Yep.
And the prosecutor said in court, there's no record of R. Kelly and Aaliyah dealing
Wait a minute. I need you to put that picture on the screen.
No, trust me, no record. All I can do
Dana,
is fact.
Dana, I know you a long part of my life, Dana. So cause when I first heard of Dana, I felt like he was just trying to create some buzz for himself, build his name. I understand, man. So then you, since from your heart, you believe.
And let me tell you something. Have you ever looked at Dana's podcast?
Yeah, watch out, yeah.
Dana is like he got documents, court papers.
Oh, he
He is serious. He ain't joking.
like the DA.
He like hey Dana. Wait a minute. We do it on platform.
Dana went to see the crime. He said, that ain't R. Kelly's P. He said, rat boy.
Here's my thing.
No, that ain't R. Kelly's P. It's too salty. That ain't his P.
If you can't
I
see
know
it,
R. Kelly's P.
I I will go hard for the same way.
Nobody talking about R. Kelly P. I know.
Hey, but let me say to you, Dana. I heard you go hard for people in Baltimore like that. So
Yeah,
I don't question your loyalty.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying with something.
And so that's for that time when he told people that you was stealing suits out of his closet.
Yeah, Dana, remember that time you told me I was taking the suit? Hold up, Dana, hold up. We got to get one more segment for Dana. Dana, I'm gonna let you respond. Dana, hold up. I'm gonna let you respond. I gotta preface my statement with this. I'm 47 years old, and some of my best days have been had with these guys right here.
Sir.
Like these guys have helped me get out of depression. But one of my best days of my life was we was at the Hilton Hotel. Danny Easton is
What happened
singing.
at Hilton?
We was at the Hilton Hotel for Easter. I don't know why the choirs were down there singing. And all I know is you walk in the hallway and holler out, yo, anybody seen Danny Easton? He always taking the keys to the hotel.
Hey, Brian.
I love you, Dana. Dana, I don't want no smoke with you, my guy. Hey, Dana, let me say this to you. Dana, at one time I could bully you, because you was little, but now you big, Dana. I don't want no smoke with you, Dana.
Yo, take that picture off the screen.
Hey, Dana, thanks for calling in, Dana. We talking to you later. Happy holidays, yo. We love you, boy.
We love you, Dana.
Dana J, y'all go follow him and look at his. What's your website, Dana? Tell us what you got. What's your website? We gonna give you some platform, cause you ain't never had no people on your podcast. Dana. It only be like
Listen, y'all go follow Dana on his live.
Can you please take this nigga
Dana J?
out of our
Yo, that
face,
picture
yo.
right there just takes me out of here.
Ugly Man of the Year award.
Rat boy.
Rat boy.
Yo, all right, so y'all.
You're ugly.
We are.
Yes, you are. You're ugly.
You're not cute.
You're not cute. You're not cute.
Crazy.
Dana's our guy, y'all.
That's our guy. Don't y'all try.
Don't
Don't
try.
y'all try. So look, we are Thugs, Thinkers, and Theologians. We are back. We're happy to be here. We're in our second hour. We're doing this as a Thanksgiving show. We have some announcements we'll make at the end of the show, but right now, Leroy Died, Brian Martin, Antoine Spence, myself, Clay Burston are here for you guys to interact with us. Please put your comments in the page. Do a share. Watch party. Let people know we back on. We are back on right now. It's Thanksgiving.
And while you're home, just do me a favor. Blow the trumpet in Zion.
Leroy died of telling great sermons over the years, but none like it. You want a happy home, you better learn to blow that trumpet in
Blow
Zion.
your
My
trumpet in
God.
Zion.
Sir, lick a lot.
Here's the theme music for Bishop Diet. Y'all ready? Oh, sling ling 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 ling.
Yes, sir.
Sling ling ling ling
Oh man. Glory.
I feel one.
So brothers and those who are watching online, women have changed, man.
Listen.
Women are just different now, man.
Turn that corner, Clay. Turn the corner.
And you know, Jada keeps embarrassing Will.
Yes.
And can you show the clip that we sent you of the housewife who said she gave her husband permission to have a baby with somebody else?
Oh, that was Tammy. Tammy
That was
Roman
Tammy.
literally said, she said that she was married to a younger guy. He's like 12, 13, 14 years younger than her.
Yeah, right.
And he wants to have children. He doesn't have children.
Yeah, none.
She's over the age she feels to be even having kids. Her kids are grown.
Yeah.
So she literally said, I will give my husband a year to 2 year pass to actually go out, find a woman, impregnate the woman, have the kid, and be around for the first year. And she will still stay committed to the marriage.
almost like Abraham and Sarah.
Yeah, with Hagar.
With Hagar. Huh?
Let's be clear again.
I sent it to your phone.
Okay, so she literally said, Clay's going to send it to you now. He looking for it. She literally said they've already been married. Understand the context of what we're talking about. Husband and wife, married, younger guy, older woman. She can't have kids or does not want to have them, whatever the situation is. But she told her husband to go out and find a woman, impregnate her. After the baby's born, you can be around for a certain amount of time, and then you can come back to the marriage, and everything will still be intact with the marriage.
Is
She will
that,
stay
is that
committed.
the same as a surrogate, though? Is that what that's called, or no? Or no?
Enjoy it, though. He's saying he had like a girlfriend or something like that.
She's saying he get a 2 year pass
2 year pass to do what he want
to just go
With
be with her,
anybody.
whoever he picks. She has no legislation on who he picks.
And that relationship is going to disintegrate, man. It's not going to work, man.
because she's not willing to have any more kids. She feel like she's too old.
It's not going to work.
And our kids are grown.
I want to ask some questions to some of the women on here. There seems to be an arrogance in the black women now, and I don't know if they're hurt by black men. I don't know if they've been mishandled, misappropriated, but everybody's a queen, and everybody's looking for somebody to pay a bill and take them to dinner and buy them. You know, like, what's going on? Like, is there really a disconnect between? I need a strong black woman to call in right now to tell us what you legitimately feel about how it feels to date in this hour, how you feel you're being appreciated. And I have a very unpopular opinion that some of the arrogance of women should have been done when they were in their 20s. Like, you can't be 45 and 48
Still
and
picky.
still
got
picky.
6 kids.
And you got 8 kids.
And you got 3 videos out.
Yeah.
You've been having sex with people.
Yeah,
But
like,
there
you
are
got to be
some
very
that don't,
careful.
too, as well.
You got to be careful. Like, any
Want to
black.
switch the coolest, fam?
Listen, we're about to play the video for you guys. Y'all just got to be honest. Please be honest with us. We're a very honest and unfiltered show. So y'all can really, women, call in and tell us, do you agree with this stance? We're playing the video now.
She said it's
Tammy
all about
Roman.
legacy. She said that because he didn't have any children, he had no one to leave his leave an inheritance to.
So, Marcus, are you ready? So Marcus is about to play the video. Once again, we're discussing, the topic right now is a woman is committed to her marriage. Her husband is younger, and then
Women
she
are
decides to
cheating
get him
more
a
now
pass.
too than before.
Cheat with great skill.
Yep.
They definitely cheating more. All right, here's the video. Let's go from here.
Leaving their cars at the parking rod, honey. I know.
They out of Drew Hill Park.
TV legend, actress, and businesswoman. Please welcome Tammy Roman.
You gotta fast forward it up a little bit. Yeah. Pray for our engineer. He's doing a great job. We've come a long way, man.
About every and anything. Do you ever feel like, man, there's gonna come a day where I'm not gonna know what to talk about? Or like, are there days
We're trying to get to the segment. We want to rush it to get it right there.
when
for
you're
y'all.
stumped, you're like, what are we talking
It
about
was a
today?
long
There it
interview.
is.
Never.
I'm never at a loss for words.
Yeah.
I think that we interact with people
'Cause Tammy gotta be
consistently
50.
throughout the day, so there's
gotta be.
always going to
She
be
was
an
married to Kenny
experience that you
Anderson.
can talk about. The problem I find nowadays is people are so sensitive that it's not, can I talk about it? It's, should I talk about it? You know?
So we're not gonna watch that whole
Culture
video.
is
We're gonna let
real,
Marcus find
real.
it. But y'all can start commenting. Women, we need the women to speak up on this topic. It's 12:15, so we're in our last 45 minutes. Please start writing and commenting. Would you stay committed, or would you even give your husband a pass? It's a hall pass now. This is pretty much a whole 2-year pass.
But there are a lot of women who have raised other people's children.
Some of them are unknowing about
They don't know it, though.
Yeah, they,
You told us your nephew.
this is my godchild.
I'm a deacon in the church. I'll just help out.
I got a. Never mind.
And many
recently you
and many men.
and
Wait, no.
Reggie Youngblood, you guys talked about that you're considering surrogate.
That's it. Yeah, because many men have literally, raised other people's children. I remember I was at work one day and asked the women. I said,
I ain't raising
if
nobody's
you
child.
weren't sure, I said it was about like 10 women. I said, if you weren't sure if your child was your husband's, would you tell them? All of them said no.
I agree.
Not one of them said I would tell them. They said, no.
It would be
It
devastating.
would be devastating.
Yeah.
I think the not knowing is better than the knowing, because that child is gonna ever be damaged.
Yeah.
I think
all of them, all
Yeah,
10 of them
I
said,
agree.
no, I
And,
couldn't
it,
tell
and
them.
it'll change the whole dynamic of the marriage.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so we have the video. It's ready to go. Y'all watch this and then give us your opinions. We are live.
And recently you and your husband, Reggie Youngblood, you guys talked about that you're considering surrogacy.
Oh, wow.
Any updates? Anything you want to share with us, or how were you
How's
guys
that
doing?
been?
Yeah.
It's on pause.
Is it?
Okay, what-
Yeah, I feel like I'm at a point where my career is starting to do and reward me for all of my efforts and the time that I've been in this business.
Yep.
And a baby for me right now would just not
Yeah.
be the thing to do.
Yeah.
So what I offered him was an opportunity for us to take a break for a year or two and let him go find someone to have a child with.
Stop it.
And then when he has his baby, we could get back together.
You
wait a
would
minute, wait a
genuinely
minute,
be
wait a
okay
minute.
with that.
Hold on. So
Yeah.
you're giving him permission. So what happens, let's say he follows through and has this baby. Do you help raise the baby?
I would help raise the baby. It's just I don't want to have it. I don't want to go get my eggs and all that. It's really more about him being able to have his legacy here because he's an only child.
And he doesn't have children.
And he does not have any children. So it's really more for him than it is for me.
Would the baby's mother be around to also raise the child?
Yeah, I believe in co-parenting. I think that's a very valuable part of a child's life. If the parents aren't together, you need to learn how to co-parent.
Yeah.
And then, I could be there and love the child as if
that is very selfless.
It was my
I
own.
can't say as a woman I
Can
would
we
give
all
my
just get
man.
along?
All right, Marcus, you can stop that.
What you get to do during
we got
that year?
the gist of it.
How many women would do that? How many women would do that?
Ask him, Brian. I mean,
I don't know.
And there was Clay, I don't know if you caught this. It was 2 segments of that conversation. The first part was very selfish, where she said, because of my career, I don't want to do it. But then it's sacrificial on the other end because she's saying, I'm willing to open up my marriage to allow my husband to have kids so his legacy lives.
So if it ain't about him, it's about her career.
It's really about her career.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with him.
And
nothing about her
it got
career.
more to do with her
And that's
body.
easy to say.
She got
it's
a
easy
butt
to say
done.
now what you'll do when the child comes because the child not here.
And as a pastor counseling couples, how often do you hear men complain about their wives not being domestic enough, not being more homebody-ish, more about the family?
Well, ain't no more wives like that. Everybody bad now. Everybody
They
bad
chicks.
chicks and
Everybody
body
got Meg Thee
snatch.
Stallion knees.
Everybody got, big rumps and small waists. Ain't no more cooking grits in the morning for the family, washing
washing
drawers
clothes and
washing clothes and cleaning up on Saturday. That's what we got. We got women who are independent, who are no longer going to allow a man to lead them.
Lord.
And so it looks like the culture is going in reverse, in my opinion. I'm just saying, if we're looking for our mothers,
we're seeing
that's
men.
dead, they're dead.
We're seeing a lot more men in marriages being more domestic than the wives.
Yeah.
You see more men with the children, more men washing clothes, more
because
men
if we want the
cooking.
truth, that's because these women out here going to get that bag. There's some women out here who are chasing that bag. They realtors, they getting money, they making hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they ain't selling for no nigga who can't bring it.
So that means they don't love
I'm
you.
keeping
They
it
got
a
the
buck
money.
with you. I know some girls who getting it.
Yeah,
and a lot of husbands want that for their children and for the family, so they'll just do it.
Listen,
because
if
they
she
want
bringing in
that. They want-
150,000, you bringing in 30, stay your tail home and babysit them kids.
Whew.
My God.
I don't care what you say. Like I say it
I know,
another way.
brother.
If she getting
yeah.
150, 200,000, and you complain about staying at home watching the kid, well then flip the narrative. Go get your money then.
I know it's about money then. It's not about love no more.
Because the main thing that breaks up marriages is normally money.
Yeah.
So that's the number one. They're the number 1 and 2.
Well, we're not no more. Well, it was cheating, but it's changed. Now,
You know why?
it's financial.
Because if you got a right amount of money, you can cheat, and she ain't gonna
say nothing.
Yeah.
It's financial. Most of the problems come in that way. So yeah, like if you're not bringing the bag home and you ain't,
I bet no woman on this live will call in and say you ain't with your husband for the money. I bet you won't do that with your arrogant self. I bet you won't do that since you got a lot to say.
But I think all of us are to a certain degree.
I know a dude where his wife had 2 degrees, made way more money than he did. He was a sanitation worker. He made a good living, but he didn't make as much money as she made. And they lived according to his income because he couldn't stomach. So they could have bought a big house.
That's stupid.
And he said, nope. He said, we're gonna live in a house where I can afford the mortgage, gas and electric.
So she got to downsize her hustle and all she accomplished because that's stupid. That's stupid to me.
Let me tell you something.
That's stupid.
I believe that man should be the ultimate provider. I believe it's in every woman to remind a man what he ain't doing.
And John Kerry, that's a good question because she never said in that 2-year period can she sleep with somebody else.
But she called it a breakup. I think her word specifically was, I believe we can have a
TK, call in. Call in right now, TK.
A break.
Call in right now, 855-493.
TK said babysitting his insecurities and it happens off.
Thank you, TK. It happens with these guys all the time. First of all, if you're a strong man, if you're an alpha male and you are running your house, there is nothing that she's not going to listen to because you're still the head of your house. So I don't care if she makes 200.
You can't be the head of the house if she makes a lot more money than you.
That ain't true. You can't if you know how to hold your house.
As soon as something go wrong, she gonna tell you. This is my house.
This is my house.
You better believe that. It may work for a little while,
But don't let it be her house.
That's my point.
And that's what he said. He said, well, I'm going to buy a house that I can afford so she can never tell me, get out my house.
No, Leroy's point is, if y'all have now agreed that y'all are together and she makes more than you, that house should never be turned over when she's the head of it.
We all been married for a long time. You know your wife will say some stuff to you.
And you know, I don't care. If I don't make but $30,000, she make $100. That's my house. If I say don't go, you ain't going. That's facts. And I love that's been proven.
Talk to him.
That's been proven.
I believe it's in every woman to remind a man what he's not. I think at the heat of arguments, that woman will say,
she's going to do that.
I'm going to it's mine.
Yeah, that's why I believe.
I had this. You get out. You know what I mean?
When you married for a long time, you would strong.
Very strong. I don't care. As strong as she is,
but she loves you.
But she, and I'm gonna say, you're not doing.
That's what I'm saying.
She loves you.
Leroy point is, and let me be transparent for a moment. Hold up, Marcus. Don't call me. Let me be transparent for a moment,
brother.
It was at one point in time I wasn't making the money I make now.
Right.
Where she was making more money than me.
Right.
And was consistent.
She loves you.
But you know what? At the end of the day, that was still my house.
These women out here want to be taken care of.
They have those autumn sessions in the pastor's office.
Wait a minute.
These call me son Who's the boss? These women say it louder. They don't want to go to Golden Corral. They want to go to Ruth Chris off the top.
My Tootsie Roll skills.
Right. You got that Tootsie Roll.
Nicolopoulos, we got a caller. Asking for a friend. TK, what up?
TK. My girl, what's up?
Hi.
Hey.
What up, sis?
TK, do you love?
We know we about to get into something here. Sis, I know how
TK, do you love your husband?
TK, don't show off. You know Johnny going. You don't show off.
Do you love your husband for his money, or what is it? Tell us how it works for you.
It's definitely not about money for me and my husband.
Yeah.
Like, I love him for him.
Yeah.
And there's been times in our marriage where he's made more than me or I've made more than him, and it's never been about money, period.
Facts.
The most important thing is the communication between us whenever something comes along. So just having everything ironed out and know what we want to do, beforehand, and talking about it is important. Because even like in the house, like I told him from jump that I hated washing dishes. Ever since I was little, I hated washing dishes. In our house, my husband washes the dishes.
Wow.
Like,
and he's still a man.
And don't feel no way about it. He ain't emasculated. He ain't less than a man. None of that kind of stuff. So our marriage is good.
Yeah, and Johnny a real dude. Like, I know. Good ain't nothing soft about him. She ain't got no a man weave husband. She don't have no BBL husband. She got a real one.
Yes.
A real one.
Yeah, good guy.
Good guy. That's why I wanted TK to call
it. But I do know that you don't play with Johnny. And if Johnny said, get in there and wash some dishes, ain't your mama. You gonna wash some dishes.
And guess what? TK. You know what? It's obvious. It's obvious in the context of what you said to us, just like Sherry just said that what's missing in this element is love. These women don't love men. They're looking for a come up. They're looking for a come up. They're looking for somebody to help pay the mortgage.
There are some people
and they don't bring nothing to the table.
But I don't want it to be generalized because us good women still exist in this world today.
I believe true, TK. Yeah. I'm glad you said that. That's a good point.
I got some good women at Freedom Church that has a real heart for God and going to be great wives to somebody, but most of the context is.
I got some line sisters.
What can you do for me? What can you buy me? What can you buy? I'm tired of doing
talking all this trash. Women marry men for security.
That's what they're married for.
Period.
That's it, for security.
Period. And when a man no longer can
and a lot of times that security is not necessarily financial. Like emotional security is oftentimes more important than financial security because that's something sometimes we can do ourselves.
Most men feel expendable. Wow. Most married guys feel expendable because our value is based on what we're able to provide, protection. And when those
I don't
things
feel expendable. I feel extendable.
Extendable.
Well,
I believe Maxine died if Leroy was laying on the table and they said,
there you go, don't talk about my marriage, talk about you.
And they said, you can let him, we can extend his life.
Nope.
I think Maxine gonna call the insurance company like, when we pay him for the policy.
Danielle selling another house, you better get your bags together.
I told Brian, I said, Brian, I think Danielle making a lot more money than she used to. I said, she got to do a little bop in the house.
I said, hold on, honey. Honey Danielle sell a house every 2 hours.
I said, hold on.
She in the top 10. We're talking. You be living that mission life.
You get it.
Love all of y'all. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, TK.
Emotional security is very important for women, but they've been beat up by the wrong man that they didn't have that same discernment for prior. So that's why it's important now, because you allowed yourself to be the victim to somebody before you got to the good man. Now the good man has to pay for what the bad man did. And I'm telling you, it's a normality. That's why you have to communicate through it.
Men.
And you gotta be
men, yo.
But I think the part that we're not even addressing is the fact that some women, those are good women we're talking about, but those aren't the majority. There are a lot of bad chicks who can't get a man because they have boxes that the men don't check. You gotta have a certain amount of money, but degrees, whatever. And then the ones who may not have as many boxes to check.
They're not getting married.
But here is the problem with that though. Like Shredder's put in there. Shredder got 2 degrees and has job security.
Twan.
That's a fact. So what I'm saying to you is that can be intimidating to some men. Okay. Yeah. Here is the other thing. On the other side, I don't care what you got.
She was with her before she got all that.
Listen, and
she loves you.
And she loves you.
I don't hear women talk about love no more. She loves you.
Yeah,
it's obvious.
All of us have seen a woman that was tough.
Yeah.
Degrees.
Yeah. And bad. Nobody.
And can't
book nobody. In a relationship every week, kind of put a heart over his face on Instagram.
Yeah.
A new friendship every week. That's because we're forgetting the greatest. Even in friendship. We are here not because we just had a thought. Yo, we're gonna do with Brian and Leroy and Twan, and we're gonna make a podcast. When you really have a love for each other, you want to see each other's future, and you want to see each other win. It's organic.
That's a good point.
You learn to fight. You learn to pay for my meal when I ain't got it. I don't have to feel bad. If my gas electric be cut off, I can say, yo, I'm going through. I don't feel bad with love.
Right.
So and we covered it, and we don't have to put it out there. I don't hear enough people talk about, yo, I really love you. We gonna figure out a way. Sherry loves you.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. Danielle loves you.
Are women, so are you guys saying that women have their goals are too lofty as it relates to men?
No, I believe women should have goals.
Everybody bad chicks can't find a man.
No, I have a daughter. I want my daughter to have
they check all the boxes.
I'm gonna be honest.
Hourglass body, can cook, clean, but can't get a man.
Because you know why? Because these women have progressed now. We're not talking about women are old. Women are old ain't have no degrees, didn't really have no education. They didn't want it. But these women now are saying, I'm not waiting for no nigga to give me nothing. I'm gonna go get my house. I'm gonna go have an 800 credit score. I'm gonna have 3 cars. I'm gonna be able to cook. And if I don't want to cook, then I'm ordering out and paying a chef because I got the money to do it. The men are not stepping up, matching their hunger and matching their bag. So the problem is the bags are unlevel because niggas ain't going to get the bag.
But they can't say
they want.
It's about the bag and then say no, it's about love.
But Clay, it's about both. Let's be honest. If both of y'all, if your husband or wife right now lose their job, don't make no money, there's going to be a heavy pull in that house. There's going to be arguments. There's going to be discomfort. There's going to be stuff that's undertones that you're not talking about. So it is based off of money to a certain degree.
And money you can't build it off of money. You can't build it off of money.
So
yo, Steph Curry's mother cheated on his father,
right?
And they had money.
Yeah,
they got real money.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So
that's what I'm saying.
It can't just be about money, and that's why I don't like it. All of us got money, but money don't really solve our psychological issues. We still call each other like, yo, I feel like some crap today. We still gonna feel like crap with 10 bands in our pocket. We feel like crap. So it got to be something greater than that. Because when I ain't had no money, I looked like I had money.
So are we saying that these sisters may have to dumb down their expectations? That's what I'm saying.
No, they shouldn't. I don't think they should.
I want my daughter to do it. I want my daughter to step up.
I ain't telling Nunu.
So you rather her be? So you rather them be alone and successful than to be successful and have a man who may not be able to match them in education and finance.
I do. I don't want her to marry down.
Yeah, I want my. And guess what?
How's that marrying down though?
When you gotta take care, you talking about a dude that ain't. You gotta take care.
See, I was taught that when you get married, whatever, it's our money. Like it's ours.
No, but you know what he got before you get with him. When you get with him,
no,
you know what he got.
If she make 70 and I make 30, then we have 100,000.
Yeah, but that's a different.
I'm just saying that. You know what I mean? When you married,
not according to her, you don't.
If you think Danielle ain't got a separate account somewhere just rested with about 50 in it. She got it.
Yeah.
Call Bishop Robinson and ask him, do you think Nikki got an account with about 100 just resting right now? and watch his response be. You bet every woman got some. My mother.
See, I don't believe that.
What you don't believe?
I believe that when you get married to someone, that you become one, and I believe whatever comes in the house is ours. I believe so. And that's the
I kind of agree.
You got your own.
You know what I'm saying?
Clay, I agree.
Yeah,
that's not saying you don't have your own money.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if Sherry make 85, 90,000, I'll make 100. That's 250,000 together.
Yeah, in the house, and that means
that's an ideal perspective.
Yeah,
the reality is
not the truth.
The marriage that make it, they have that
communication. And I'm not saying that it doesn't need that.
Meaning,
it definitely what it needs.
If Nikki got $100,000 in the account, or Sherry, or whatever, and I'm behind on my bill or something like that. No, we got $100,000 in the account, so let's pay that bill and knock it out because it's our money.
You know why I tell you that? Let me tell you that works.
Communicate.
If it only works if it's love. If that woman trusts you to be a grinder and mature and sober, and y'all trust each other like that, then that's not going to be an argument. But if that woman don't feel totally confident in your economic sobriety, she not gonna give you that money.
That's like saying y'all got 100,000, but you want to take 75 and go bet on horses.
I got you. I think some of our women today are more successful.
It has to be communication. You talk about paying a bill. Yes, we understand that because this is for our household. This is for our.
Danielle
family.
said absolutely. She got an account with 50,000 sitting to the side.
And I ain't mad at the fact. Ain't nothing wrong with that either.
No, there's something wrong with that. I don't know nothing about it.
You just found out right now. You know now.
That ain't cool. Pause.
You know now.
You know you ain't gonna have no rainy day.
Hey, Danielle, I'll see you later, baby.
Because men and women love differently. A woman will sit there and watch you suffer and make you ask her for it. A man will step right in, and that's the truth.
That's a good point.
That's the truth.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
But I don't.
If you got the right woman, man, and I'm gonna say this from the side. Let me say this from the side.
Every woman got some money in her brazier.
What she say?
That ain't what she was talking about.
Oh, that was you talking. Oh, I'm sorry. You said absolutely.
Trust me, Danielle ain't gonna tell it.
She ain't gonna tell it.
She ain't gonna tell it till you about to get evicted.
Danielle, I saw Danielle at church Sunday. Clay, I saw Danielle at church Sunday. She hugged me like she got 50,000. So I'm like, oh no, I don't get too close no more. Bro.
Oh, she holding the bag. She holding the bag. You better believe it. Danielle made some money, man.
I'm proud of her, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. She's doing her thing.
She's doing her thing for me on the low right now. I appreciate it. And she did it with 2 kids.
Yeah.
2 little kids.
So it's 12:36, and this is our last 24 minutes of the show. Thugs Thinkers and Theologian. We're back for the first show. We'll have some announcements at the end. But we kind of want to, just thank you all. It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We want all the households to be blessed. We want y'all to know that we did this on Thanksgiving on purpose. We took time out of our family to come out to bring this show back to y'all because we missed y'all. Yeah. Flat out. Ain't no other way to put it.
Yeah.
We missed y'all. Y'all missed us. Thank you for the support when we wasn't on the air. Y'all still kept going to the page and liking it and it kept growing. So that's how we knew it wasn't about us no more. It was about, the need for what we were doing, and y'all enjoy it. So I want to say personally for me, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Brian quit the show.
That's what happened.
That's just
what happened.
Brian quit. He was a little travail. Living Legend was a little travail. And we got to discuss it because Luscious Kisses did end our show.
It was Luscious.
And we talked about it earlier. And who was it? We were all no paralyzed in that show. We got to be honest. We had some moments of insecurity and some more.
Man, they wore me out. And let me just say this to y'all right quick. See, when you got friends that you don't have to filter with. Remember, I'm going to say this. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm doing well tonight. I won't be back. You can believe that.
He'll be right. Listen, y'all listen to Blah Blah Blah.
So we had to pause the show because Bishop Martin was eating a little using the massage.
It has nothing to do with me. It had to do with Luscious Kisses came on the show.
I said, bro, what are you at? I'm just showing
I'm going to lose my church. I'm just showing a little. My members were saying I was too. All right, man. All right.
So
I'm going to lose my reformation. Ain't nobody gonna have me breathe no more.
I'm just sitting here sipping on some diesel of a soup.
The risk wasn't worth it. See, Claiborne don't want to preach around the world. Antoine is doing parties. He's doing social events. Antoine getting the bag from so many other ways. I look like yo. I want to keep my calendar. And when them preachers was calling me like, "What are you doing?" I felt like, well, I gotta go, and that's what I had to do. I'm out here.
Money, gotta get out of here.
I'm very diplomatic today, though. I'm
He's
very
back with his chest out and his chain.
Yeah, got his chains out.
These are the risks. These are the
Yo, we need somebody to do that song for us. Like, I'm trying to tell you, we got these are the
God,
best
got me
songs.
crying.
We got so many
laughing.
statements, yo, that we have been born on this show.
That's right, Captain Bounce Back.
I want to say this though.
What'd you say, B?
It was a lot of phony people tried to do what we did. And let me make this statement to you guys.
Let's turn this corner.
This
on 2 wheels.
This is not the byproduct of a lunch meeting. This is the byproduct of the pandemic. We were all doing nothing. We came to my church. Then we went to Antoine's establishment, Boaz, with no real agenda. Just let's come together and talk. We wasn't trying to win the world for Christ. We were just trying to have conversations that would open up people for different perspectives. The difference between us and the people that tried to do what we do is we've been friends for 30 years. We didn't meet in pulpits. We met at the apex of foolishness. You see what I'm saying? And we've all stood with each other. We've cried with each other. We all support each other. So you really can't duplicate this type of organic context. And these guys, we were together in the pandemic when the world was shut down. We were all together.
You had a little group too.
Okay, all right.
I remember that song. That song put me around the world.
My secret place.
My secret place.
That's famous.
Don't you wanna go?
Listen.
Yes, sir.
But we got to be honest though, Leroy. Right? Let's turn this corner because we don't hold our tongue for nothing. Like I have a problem when we are trendsetters. Leroy's a trendsetter.
It's flattery.
He can flatter. It is flattery. But to come and do it the way we do it on the same night that we do it in the same format that we do it is corny.
You're goofy.
That's from Antoine Spence. It's corny.
This is from Bishop Brian Martin. You are goofy. I wish I had a E flat. Clay, can you get on that keyboard and put me E flat right? That work? That don't work. He's doing it for decoration.
He said for decoration. We gotta get that hooked up.
Next time you get that hooked up. Then we're gonna add to so
we need Clay to go.
Yo, we're gonna have Clay can really play the piano. So we're gonna start singing some songs, spontaneous worship about the goofy people.
And Clay gonna play it.
And Clay gonna play it in my key.
Well, we want to say now. Clay made a good point. Now people did come back to us because y'all know we're very opinionated. We say what we want to say, all of us. But people did call us and say, "Look, y'all shouldn't be offended by it." Even Danielle, Yo-Yo called me and said, "Bro, listen, don't even address it because what that does is it's really a thing of flattery to you guys saying that you guys do something so well somebody want to duplicate it."
But they all blocked me. All the guys who tried to do, they blocked me. A whole lot of folks be blocked me. Every day I wake up, somebody blocked me. You've been canceled. Yo, I can go to bed with 5,000 friends. I wake up with 3,000. Every day I wake up. Somebody. You've been canceled. Every day. I swear to goodness, yo. Every day I wake up, somebody has deleted and blocked me. You just say it too rough. You say it. I'm just kicking it 100, and I'm really not that guy. I'm not the thug of the group. Antoine is the thug.
No, I'm not even thugging no more. I'm just saying
I'm a nice guy. I'm
46 years old. I don't know no smoke.
I don't want to fight nobody.
I ain't trying to fight nobody. I'm just grown and
exactly, man.
Yo, Clay's my friend, Leroy's my friend, Brian's my friend. We've been friends for years. It ain't fake. This is organic what we do.
So was the baby wrong by putting this girl out on live?
Hold on. What's Miss Martin? You're not gonna answer phones right in front of our goddamn.
What she say? How long you gonna be on air?
You good? Hey, right. I bought you that sweater. You got my outfit on with them niggas.
Where's my money?
You should have been. Oh, Lord. I told you to pick up the yams. You stood up there and jogging. Where's my mac and cheese? My bad, yo. Yo, First Lady Mix Station, we're sorry. She here be home in the next 20
Rusty, my guy.
We sit him there.
Aaron, I love you. Clay Burson can sure enough play. Oh yeah, fat out, Rusty. We know that.
So was the baby wrong when the baby put his girl out on? Because he be talking about being live and saying what you feel? Or his nephew.
Let him on. That's our guy.
All right, so look, we got to ask the
Alex
question.
Called back.
Say what you just said, Clay. Was the baby? You got the video right a little bit, Marcus. But it was a video, right, Clay? I'm gonna let you and Leroy talk. Yeah, that's why I'm addressing it. So the baby actually went on live. So what he did was he was in the house with his baby's mother and his child and I believe it was his sister or another friend. They're in the house. They're having an argument. He goes live and says, literally, I'm going live because I fear that she's going to hit me or do something to me. But he literally outed her and called her a side chick to his 3-month-old baby's mother. put her out. Tell him, hold on for a second. She literally said, he said, you are a side chick, you are never the main girl. So, having said that, do y'all think that the baby was a clown for going live and making those statements? Here is the video.
Alex, are you on there?
Yeah, you on hold.
And I'm glad. No, I'm not scared. Look, and I'm glad she walked out, so as you can see, nobody was put out. And me calling the police, that's like for my safety, because this what I'm dealing with. Man. It's a real deal. Look. This is a real deal. Like shouting really cuckoo. She's still here, so nobody was put out.
The woman is crazy.
Nobody was put out. No, this ain't no. We ain't got to make this a thing.
To be with me. Okay, Stephanie.
This ain't nothing new. This just me clearing the air, because she not about to tell us. I can show you you begging me to stay here, Shawty. It's not.
You miss me, all this stuff.
You can see who cuckoo is. But this is my thing. They did not make Shawty leave, and somebody need to come make Shawty leave. That's what I'm saying. Somebody need to make Shawty leave.
Yo, bring Alex on right here. He said people comment on things they don't know about. Alex, what you talking about, nephew? Alex.
You wanted to get online to talk and put everybody in their business trying to act like
You seen the number?
Alex.
Hello?
What's up, nephew? What's up?
Nephew.
Hey, no, what's up with y'all, man?
Man, what you talking about? People comment on things they don't know about. What we talking about, Alex?
I mean, so I'm not necessarily saying you
or
y'all, but, you know, a lot of people are, you know, downplaying the baby, but what we don't realize is this is a man who got 2 murders on his record. He just beefed with the whole LGBT community. And if you really listen to what happened, he called the police for his own safety the night before he went live. Clearly, the police didn't rectify the situation. They didn't help him. He right there with his personal assistant, like, yo, y'all got to do something or else this is going to make me look bad. You know what I'm saying? Now, was he wrong for going about it, calling her a side chick? Yeah. You know, did she come out the room and push and provoke him? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think oftentimes, like, we don't know the pressures that he's under. You feel me? Like, we don't know what happened before that live turned on. We don't know what happened after the live turned on. So it's like, who are we to have such great opinions about a situation that we probably are never going to be in?
Here
you know
is,
what I'm saying? Like,
nephew, here is why I disagree with that. Because there was another option. He did not have to go live. You could just videoed it.
It's always...
He went live to destroy her. Like, that was the premise behind it. If he just wanted to be protected...
We don't know the purpose...
Listen to what I'm saying. Hold on for a second. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. That as a man, if I'm in a position with a woman, that first of all, she really can't do much harm to me. I ain't gonna let her do. Let's be honest. But if she does go wild and she acts crazy, I don't have to go live. This is my problem with the culture. I can video it and make sure it's on camera. And I got witnesses around me, and the police are there. Why are we live?
Now, you are absolutely right. There are always other options. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're all men, and none of us do anything right. All of y'all are my uncles. Y'all have all helped me out when I've made decisions that I could have made better choices in, right?
Yes, sir. No,
Right?
I agree. Like, I just wanted to understand because you're younger.
No, hold on. I wasn't done. However, I have also been around long enough to know that, you know, none of us make the best decisions. You know what I'm saying? And when we don't make the best decisions, it doesn't help when everybody has something to say about where we could have went better. You know what I'm saying?
Are you in Baltimore,
my
Alex?
only point is...
Are you here?
Right?
Are you
No,
in Baltimore?
I'm
You
in
Chicago?
Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But you're going to be as soon as Sully's, right? Or was that last Sunday?
No. So I'll be at Sully's on December the 19th doing a comedy show in Toy Drive. I'm partnering with a nonprofit called the Treehouse Project. And the fundraiser for, like, the founder for her birthday, she just wanted to do a toy drive. So
My man, I want
told
to
her,
put
come
that
on.
plug in right there.
Good man.
You know what?
We love you, Alex.
Diplomatic.
Alex, I applaud you for doing what many of us have never done, and that's be committed to a dream. You are absolutely funny. You got a drive, and you're gonna be successful, man. And I know you still saved and sanctified, so we appreciate you, brother. Happy holidays. Give love
Happy Thanksgiving, bro.
to your people, and we'll see you next time. All right.
All right, love y'all.
Love you, man.
All right, can I say this for the next?
Danielle, look at Danielle just said. Danielle made a good point, but he let her back in the next day. Whatever.
Right. I think, but that could be from two spaces. You know, what made her upset? Well, what went viral was the fact that he said you a side chick.
That was tough, yo.
She can't do
He
that,
said
yo.
you was, and she face broke like
she's like
side chick.
Do you hear
She
what she
like,
said?
I was living with you.
She said you just put it in me last night. Like
She said you came to me last night.
Yeah,
She like, you just came to me last night.
chicks, right?
She said I was living in your house.
I got a whole closet here.
A whole room. Now, if y'all out here eliminating side chicks, y'all some idiots. Ooh.
I can't breathe.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
Well.
Yep.
So I think one thing.
You better filter your Nicolopolis.
I think one thing is the fact that
Watch it.
he went live because Alex just said it. Like his life has been a PR nightmare for the last maybe year and a half.
It's been bad.
So I think he wanted to do something like openly to say like I'm on live. Look, y'all. I don't know what she gonna say tomorrow.
I can understand.
Or
that.
TMZ gonna say 2 days. This is what really's going on. Here it is.
I can
You can see
understand.
it right there for yourself.
I respect that.
And I think that's why he did it that way. So to try to control the narrative.
But I think my problem is the culture right now. Everything ain't for live.
Yeah.
Like that's the problem I'm having a little bit. Use it for what it's for. But I mean, I love Facebook. I love IG. I'm on it all day. I love it. But some of the stuff we should keep private, we make in public.
Yep.
And I'm like, yo, that's a personal. That's your child's mother who can go back now and watch that when that child grows up and say, yo, you was allowed to talk to my mother like this. Like, that's my mother. Like, I didn't know you out here racial. Like, now you've exposed it to the world, but don't want the world to have an opinion about you.
But is that true, though? Well, meaning, I don't know. Yeah.
But that's like with every video, people take excerpts of it and they don't know the whole
story.
Yeah, facts.
He probably put out, and she said, well, I gotta come back and get his clothes or get his, I left his bag or something like that. And he came back in there.
He let her in.
I mean,
he let her in.
Every man has probably been there with a woman you try and get rid of, and then you may, come on, brothers.
I'll be honest, y'all let that whopper turn you on.
You know,
and then have you doing some stupid going outside with your slippers on your head.
And then if you got the right friends, you can call your friend to come get rid of the woman out the house or the hallway.
And David Frage said that too. Yep. Good point, David. Cause I thought that too. Like he did it for publicity. Cause it was like 2 days later, my album dropping.
See?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everything is publicity.
Everything for them is publicity. Everything. It don't nothing else matters to them but their record sales and their money.
Yep.
That's
And
it.
at the end of the day, he don't care.
He could care less. He care less now. He good. The problem was that girl, then she went back and did a video after it, a rebuttal, and she was on there broken. She was like, y'all don't understand. I never went live. Why would he do this to me? Like, I held him down with nobody. Like, she was losing it. Like, oh my God, like me. Like, I'm his child's mother with the child there. Like, all that. So it's like, you got to deal with that for the rest of your life, yo.
Sisters, have y'all ever realized, like a year later, that you weren't the one?
No, you were the side piece.
Yeah. So like, sisters, all 50 of you were watching. Have you ever dated someone and then realized a year later that you was the side chick?
And did you stay the side chick?
And did you stay? Because normally they stay.
Especially if he's,
once they're comfortable.
He creating a balance for everybody.
Thank you, David. Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
$100,000 a month for views.
This is what I told you. We gotta take this seriously.
You gotta be serious. Be focused.
This your broad button? Are you sure you want us kisses not to come back?
Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna keep this in no bag. Because these niggas don't want to talk about it. I talk about it by myself. Just log on. Leroy, call in.
That's crazy right there.
Listen,
right here.
Listen.
With another backdrop.
They making money off. They getting money off of this. What we doing right now?
And no matter what he makes, she get a piece of it.
Jesus.
Cause she got that baby.
She good forever.
She's straight.
Have a baby by a millionaire.
Listen, listen. So listen, Clay asked a good question.
Shirley said a year later for me. She said she found out to a year afterwards that she was the side.
My God, you got a year carrying on.
Shirley Snow. She said she laughing about it now. It probably wasn't funny when it first happened.
Right, wasn't funny. You can laugh later. Yes, I was the side chick and didn't know it. See, I'm glad y'all be. That's why we love our
Danny,
audience.
yep. Yeah,
Y'all
Yo
tell the
said.
truth, yo.
Guess I'm a side chick.
Yo said it.
She
has a
side chick and
closet,
didn't know it.
Ooh.
She has a closet.
Listen. It's been some side men. What they call it? Side dudes?
Side.
You a side dude.
you been a side.
But it happens though. Yo, there, as women enter more into the workforce, you find more and more women cheating on men. So there are.
Somebody say anything right now. Somebody gonna hear right now. So I think I'm one right now. Give me the definition.
Well, if you can't talk to him after 8 o'clock,
these are the risks.
If you can only talk to him while he's at work,
if you celebrate Valentine's Day on the 15th,
right. If you already get sick every Christmas, I'm just gonna lay in. Where you eat that? No, I only like Thanksgiving food. I'm gonna get me a hot dog and watch the game. You are a side chick. If he gotta celebrate, I don't celebrate the white man's Christmas. I holler at you January. You are a side chick. And if you're a side dude, if you call her, and she always on her period 29 days out.
if she only see you on Tuesday when she get her hair done, you buy a side dude.
If you done something in parking lot, if he can't acknowledge you in church, you are. I like to just try.
If he ain't never home when he talk to you, if he always in the car when he talk to you, you probably are a side chick.
If he's changing the oil in a blizzard, you are. Why you always in your car when you talk to me? Oh, I feel better out here. Why do you listen to me? My legs. Why you always call me when you got the house? If his phone number is really his homeboy's phone, you are.
if your name pop up as another bishop or pastor,
Bishop Salami.
Then you may be.
If he don't ever come shout with you in church, you are. If he let you pray by yourself, he let you spread the prayer, and he don't come grab your arm, you are. If you go through and he don't call to check on you. If you in church travailing, he couldn't and he gotta go to the bathroom, you are. You fall out in church and he'll give you no sheet. I am delivered.
When you run and he run the other way.
If you say amen his message, he say, shut up. You are. Don't touch my If you go to reach for his bag, and he say, don't touch my Lord, I love my friends. Oh, Lord. I'm done, yo. It may be you.
Be careful.
If this person ain't any symptoms,
if you pop up in his church, the usher don't give you no seat, you are. If you have any of these symptoms right now, you are now called the side piece.
If you can't FaceTime him,
my FaceTime don't work. You are. I got a boost. They don't have to. I need to touch your neighbor and say, you are. You are. My God, that was your word for the day. Say, you are. You didn't know you were. You are.
I'm crying real tears.
I tell you.
Oh my God!
I tell you, I gotta go to the bathroom right there. I'm dying, man. If he don't give you no medicine for your diabetes, if you break up your insulin patch, you are. If you got the blood pressure, you start sweating, he don't wipe your forehead. If you grab his phone and he knock it out your hand, you are.
If you in the hospital, you found it on Facebook.
He say, "Coach, you are." Ain't no COVID restriction, nigga. Stop lying. If you can't come visit him, if you ain't never met his mother, you are. You are. For holidays, he always in Zimbabwe.
oh God. Oh God, fall off.
What is going on? What is going on?
Y'all nuts.
Yo, hold on. Yo, we gotta say this here. We got
3 minutes. Y'all.
I got 2 minutes. We gotta say something serious. So this is what we're gonna do today. No, seriously, we gotta say something serious. And I asked my guys, can I do this today? So listen, for all 51 of y'all, just pause your passion for a moment. Stop laughing. Here we go to her. So I have a friend. We all have a friend by the name of Bishop Darrell Williams and Lady Katina Williams. All right? They had a fire 2 days ago and lost everything.
Man.
At the holiday time, Bishop Williams had to run out the front door. His wife had to break the glass of the upstairs window and jump out. She has burns on her body. They lost everything. And we figured, like, yo, it'd be a good gesture. Because we don't put our personal cash apps up for our ministries on this page. That's not what we do.
We never have.
We don't have to do that. So we just wanted to say, yo, we wanted to help the man get something over. So what we're going to do is we're going to put up Pastor Clay's cash app.
Yes.
And
if 49 people on the holidays could just see a $10 gift, I know everybody ain't gonna do it.
Right.
But it's gonna go straight to Bishop Williams.
Yep.
He didn't ask for us to do this.
Not at all. Not at all.
He didn't, I talked to him. He's just glad to be alive.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think it's important, man, because you never know what death is, and you never know. You know, life has a way. The pandemic has taught me to appreciate my friends.
Right.
You know, because we've all been locked down, locked away. Situations have been crazy, but God has sustained us. None of us were broke during the pandemic.
Thank God.
We ate.
Thank God.
We did what we. You know, it was almost like it didn't even.
It almost like it
hit
made
us
it better in a lot of
Right.
areas.
We want to help. We want to help Bishop Williams out, man. Bishop Darrell Williams and Freedom for Life Church on Bel Air Road, Lady Katina Williams, are very important friends to us, and we want to help them out. And whatever we're going to donate, I'm going to seed $50. I'm going to send it to Pastor Clay.
Well, send it to my church's cash app.
Church's cash
Yeah,
app.
$ Mission Life Church.
They're watching cash app now. Anything over $600.
Yeah.
You see, he said, hold on.
We get jammed up.
Yeah.
So you're not.
Yeah.
Pin the cash app.
Pin the cash app to
Mission Life Church.
Mission Life Church. Perfect. Isn't that the church you go to, sir?
Thank you, Deacon.
You should know your cash. Your
He said he
church's
put it
cash
up.
app. Oh, you did? Okay.
Yep, he said he putting it up.
Yeah.
Marcus goes, that's right.
So we're gonna do that for Bishop. Thank you, David. All of us. If
Thank
it's
y'all.
$5 or $10, Pastor Clay, it's gonna go right to Pastor Clay.
Yeah,
Pastor
man, I'm
Clay's
sending
gonna
it right over.
And he go. Well, really,
I don't have access to
his
it.
church.
gonna
We're
send
gonna take it out because he don't have a phone. His phones were burnt up in the.
Wow.
All of his cards.
Okay, we'll
so
give
you'll
him
figure out how to
cash.
do it.
Yeah, we got him. We
Yeah,
got him.
yeah.
Make sure that he
We got to make sure he get it, man. We got to give him everything new.
Yeah.
He's coming out of the hospital today. His wife's gonna stay for like 3 more weeks. And so we just want to help a brother out, man. And I think that's what we should do on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, on Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving,
I
that
agree.
makes us all feel good. So y'all send that over.
Thank you, Charles Rodgers.
And,
And he'll match.
thank you.
Thank
Yes, thank you, Charles. Thank you, Charles.
Good
Thank you,
man.
David. All of us are going to send something to Mission Life.
We need every
Cash App.
side
right
chick
there, Clay
to
Pendant.
send an offer.
Side chick, you got to double your offer.
You got to double your offer.
Because God has held you a long time. He's covered you a long while.
Good to
Matter of fact, borrow it from the dude you decide.
We need every side chick to call him. Yep, they call that sugar daddy.
If you got a BBL in this last 2 years,
Listen,
$10.
we don't want to talk about the BBL.
If you got your behind enlarged,
according to your enlargement, give according to your BBL. That's a new one.
Thanks, Mo.
Yes, thank you.
They giving.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all,
This
man.
what thugs, thinkers, and theologians do.
All about. Yep.
We love everybody.
TT,
Thank you,
Denise,
Fabian. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank
We
you,
laugh and
Fabian.
we joke, but we do got a heart, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, BB.
Love you.
We love hard. But we are, hey, listen, while y'all doing that, keep putting
Shay.
up. Keep putting up.
Shay.
Shay, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't care if it's, like Brian said, it might not be 20, it might be 5.
Whatever
Whatever you
it
can
is.
give.
I ain't,
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brandon.
Rusty, thank you.
Brandon,
Rusty.
Rusty. Whatever you can give to a good guy, man. A good, because it could be us.
It could have been.
Thank you, cuz.
Yeah, so we're
Robert
gonna
Rusty.
make
Thank you,
sure,
Robert.
and we're gonna make a video post about
Thank you,
what
Alex.
we gave. This
Thanks,
ain't no
Alex.
scam. This
Yeah.
ain't no hustle.
Thank you, Dan.
We ain't trying.
Thanks, Dan.
We ain't
Thank
trying
you,
to win on
Wendy.
nothing. We just trying to help somebody out, man. At Thanksgiving, and we thank God he's
Keyshawn,
alive.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we love y'all.
Richie,
This is what
thanks,
we about right here.
Maurice, thanks.
This is what we about
Maurice
right here.
Brown.
Demetrius. Oh, man, he wasn't been on here. What happened to you, Demetrius?
He was driving down North Carolina.
Oh,
I
I'm sure.
called him last night.
Thank you,
BB.
Overseer of no church.
I'm sorry, Doctor. Doctor Apostle.
Overseer of no church.
No church tabernacle.
Where did you go to non-location? I can't find it.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Charles. One day, one day, he may tell y'all why we call Demetrius BB.
We're gonna tell y'all. That's gonna be amazing.
You gotta be in the studio for that.
Yeah.
Demetrius,
We gotta be here.
You gotta do that. You gotta come in for we to tell all of our 43
gotta come in
partners.
So you can tell us. And-
BB.
And bring all your degrees with you.
Listen, y'all, we definitely gotta say that we appreciate y'all supporting us.
Yeah.
Like, it's been rough. Like, we've had moments where we wanted to come back and we considered it, and we couldn't because of difference in opinion on things, and we couldn't see eye to eye on it. We had different, but we came together on today, understanding it was bigger than us.
Yeah.
Like, you all wanted it, we gave it. We're here, and it's a sacrifice for some of us. Like, you got to be honest. Like, Brian had a problem, I had a problem. Leroy, we would fuss about it. We get on the phone, and Clay would be diplomatic, and no, guys, but we see it another way now.
Yeah.
You know, so we got to figure out how to make this work for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Every show, I'm going to be honest, Brian might not be here. Leroy might not be here.
Yeah.
And we all got other schedules. Brian church is growing. Clay's church is growing. Leroy's moving. I'm doing other business things. At the end of the day, we will find a way to give it to y'all, because it's what y'all asked for.
And we ain't broke, and that's not Eric.
We ain't doing it for no
We're
money.
not doing it for no money. We
ain't never got a dollar for the show.
Yeah, we never got a dollar for the show. We put out money for it. We put out money to Biz Markie.
Nobody beat the biz. He the only one getting paid. He the only one getting paid. I mean, he ain't in here for free.
Thank you, Trevor.
But he
Appreciate
do.
it.
Now, I got to say about Marcus. Marcus deal with all our crap.
Yeah.
Like, we tough, and we a tough crowd. Marcus
And
ain't
they
right
fit
with
it
us.
together, too.
We fuss with Marcus. Marcus ain't left us. He
figured
had
out.
different opinion. He said, nah, we going to figure this out. So I know I appreciate him because he
And
opened the
he's not
door.
a side guy.
He not. His right. Amen.
Now that we know of.
Not that he know of.
I did hear
He
something.
may be, right?
We don't never know when you are.
Hey, Alex got a question for you, Spencer, before we log off.
You got a question?
That's what he said. He said Uncle Spence got a question for you.
See here, you want to get it going. Let's get it going. I feel like get it going. You know, we off the air after one. This is all unfiltered.
Yeah. And let me tell you to say we're back. We was talking every day, hanging out every day. We just keep coming here.
Right.
We like
I'm getting this text from my finance office like, what is all these cash?
Yeah. Look at that.
My finance officer, Deacon Williams.
Deacon Williams.
What is all this money? Y'all hear that?
Right.
That's Today's finance person just called and said, what is all this money coming to our church? Y'all dope for that. Y'all dope for that.
We gonna make sure Bishop Williams is straight, man.
Yeah,
Y'all gonna buy him everything
care of
new.
him. Yeah.
Everything new. We
That's
gonna
our
send it
friend.
to him.
We all friends. You know what I'm saying? And listen, we don't know when we going to talk about the next show. When we going to do it. It may not be every week like it was, but we going to give y'all what y'all asked for.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
You know, we going to make it happen. we going to have fun.
We gonna make y'all want us.
Yeah, you
down
gotta-
on the inside.
You're going to have some fun with it. You know what I'm saying? We got some good followers.
Sensual.
So sensual.
That's your voice.
Right.
That wasn't
Voice
flat.
change, everything.
That wasn't
like,
flat.
damn,
That was
Open your
inside.
shirt and show your chain.
What is that?
On that one.
Ooh. He started rubbing his
What
nipple.
was that? Yeah, like, what was that?
When I rub my chest, that's because I'm rubbing the nerve.
No, you're not rubbing your chest, you're rubbing your nipple.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not rubbing
there's
my
a
nipple.
difference.
Your
Just rub your
nipple.
chest.
I rub my chest like this
Just
because
like
my
this,
body
not
hurts.
rubbing
I
your
have
chest.
neuropathy. My whole body hurts all the
Oh,
time.
bro. Put up a cash app for Brian Martin.
Come on. Want me to put mine?
Like, I got diabetes too.
Diabetes. We got one cash app for diabetes. We got one for blood pressure.
I got chest pains all over my body.
I got high blood pressure a little bit. Everybody got a pill. We all take little pills now. I take about 10 pills a morning.
I got mine in my pocket right now.
Gotta hold on.
Eat this food.
You gotta live a little
He
longer.
said, we love y'all, my side brothers.
Who said that? Who said that?
Okay.
Who said that?
Daniel.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Oh,
Hey, what's
man.
up,
I
Devin?
think, Danielle, we've been friends for a long time.
Devin, what up?
Girl, you know you're special.
Hey, yo. Girl, you know you're special.
That's
We play
Spence.
that for y'all when we come back.
Oh, my Lord.
You know
man.
you special. Girl, you know.
Y'all want that?
So, Shay, get your singing friends together, and we want y'all to record These Are the Risks using the melody from God Wants a Yes.
How'd that go best? How'd that go?
God wants a yes. Oh, these are the risks. These are the risks. The risks that we take. The risks that we take. The risks. The risks we take. The risks we take. I want that. So Shay, get you and your friends together and record that for us, please. Somebody.
There's the blackout.
Right.
There is what I guarantee. The blackout.
We love y'all.
Y'all stay committed. Y'all stay locked in. We gonna play.
We gotta tell you where that song come from.
Oh,
That's a
Lord
doozy.
have
yo, we gonna
That's
do a
a
live
doozy.
studio audience on the next week. We gotta do a
Yes,
big
it
one.
did.
No, we gotta get so we gotta do something before Christmas. So let's
Yeah.
figure out
Yeah.
how we're gonna give something away for Christmas.
Yep.
Let's
Yep.
throw it out
Yep.
there. Who should we adopt a family for Christmas?
Yeah, you know what? That's good.
You know what's funny?
You're right.
That'd be dope.
People are getting thousands of dollars worth of food stamps. Ain't nobody hungry in
Yeah, I already said.
Right.
Turkey we giving is
All
all
this
this
pandemic money.
I need to get
I
some
saw,
from y'all.
and I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I saw a prominent church give 1,000 turkeys away to homeless people. Where they gonna fix the turkey at? That's what I want to know. Where they gonna cook the turkey?
Where they gonna warm it up at?
Yeah, where they gonna warm it up? Where they gonna have no house?
Just show them give it over.
Yeah, how you gonna give a frozen turkey to somebody who ain't got no house? Where they gonna thaw it out at?
So all you hot boys, you also see people with turkeys coming to you trying to trade turkeys for.
But you know what we got to say? Because me, Brian, Clay, Leroy, we all have a demographic from the street. They all have money. Let's be honest. All our homies, they got cash.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to need y'all to partner with us. We're going to do a Christmas special. We're going to do an in-audience live show.
Yeah,
we're going to go out and put money out to the homeless community.
Right.
We want all y'all to partner with us on that. We're going to put the word out there soon.
And let's help a family with some real gifts. Like they might need clothes, something like that. But that family got to be present.
Yes.
And it's not to blast them. We ain't going to put them on the live. Yeah. It's just we want to make sure that our investment is going into the right ground.
Right.
That's all it is.
And they're taken care of.
And they're taken care of. And so we're going to do, that's going to be an in-house show.
And I believe also, I don't know if y'all, this is thrown out there, I just thought about it. And I think we should do for the top of the year, if we do another one after that, we should have where we actually have sponsors that want to be a part of the show. Because there are people who want to show their product or their business or talk about their business. You should have an opportunity to come on our show. We have over 5,000 people watching our show. Yeah. Like, I mean, that's a great audience for people who only got 3 people on their Facebook.
Yeah.
Like we can make a video clip for you. We can talk about you on the air. I believe, Brian, it opens up another door for you. Yeah, so if you want to be that, you can reach out. Clay is most of our most responsible individual. Yeah. When it comes to that kind, call Clay. Call Clay.
Reach out to me and I'll make sure.
The reason why Clay is more responsible is he's extremely diplomatic.
I did it on purpose.
He's extremely patient. I don't have patience for foolishness. So our friends, when they want to hear a 50 answer, because Clay, I feel like committing suicide. Well, don't jump off the building. Just take a pill. That's what Clay will do. I'm going to say jump off the building. Go ahead.
You don't really want to jump.
You don't want to.
Because you wouldn't have told me you wouldn't call me.
Clay, he's always going to be diplomatic and never say what need to be said.
And then Leroy going to come behind and give you scripture for why you shouldn't jump.
I ain't saying it.
Well,
I'm going to say jump, and I'm going to get your rest.
He's trying to kill us. Leroy going to give you a little elbow. If you want to go, just go ahead. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it.
What you wasting time? Funeral director.
That's what he said. He can bury you, make you disappear, come back. Your family good.
David said Habitat for Humanity can give a refurbished home to a family. Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, wow. Now, there was somebody over here who wants to help.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Good job, good idea, John Kearney. If we got Habitat for Humanity to help Darrell get a new house. Bishop.
Bishop.
Well, here's what I heard, that Blue Cross gave him something for like an emergency housing situation.
Yeah, but it's not permanent though, right?
Oh no, and I'm going to say this: Bishop Williams does have insurance, so it wasn't like he out here trying to look for a come up. He had his insurance. We just need to get him some things from right now.
People, hotel,
whatever it is. I want him to have a good holiday.
To be staying there eating all day, eating out all the time now.
You may get some new Louboutins. We don't know. We just it ain't up to us.
Saturday, Sunday Louboutin.
It ain't up to us. Our job is to be a blessing.
I love y'all, man. What y'all doing tonight? Where you eating at, Clay?
What's new, Clay? What's going on with you? What's going on with the church? Good.
Oh yeah, the church is doing well, man.
No, he did the whole church over, like just like a sound stage in your church.
Yeah, man. We did a lot of stuff at the church. Our praise team is doing an EP.
And they was at New Orleans, killing it at a club, killing it.
Three souls came to Christ that night
at the club. 3 souls came to.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about that soon.
Pray for them. They come to church on Sundays, man. It's a blessing.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What you doing the rest of the day, Clay?
Man, I'm going to my mom's house. Well, cool. My mother-in-law will hang out there. Then I'm going to Bishop Robinson's house a little later on to hang out and play some spades or whatever.
I can't even play spades.
You can't play?
I never learned to play.
I can play.
Are you serious?
Somebody got to teach me, yo.
It's really easy.
Well, you could come on Cabin House.
Yeah, come in. He called me earlier and said come by.
Yeah, come through.
Leroy, what you got? What's new with you? We haven't been on the air.
With my mom on the day.
Okay.
And I'll be there the rest of the day.
How's the church? Family. What's going on? Family,
man, we're transitioning, but we holding on, doing some things. Got some things coming up.
Okay, cool.
So we're excited. Temple of Prayer and Praise. Meet me at the top.
Yeah.
B-Mar.
I am still a Pentecostal dynasty in the city of Baltimore. We just recently purchased some new toilets.
They're brand new.
They're brand new toilets.
What is your most recent purchase?
My most recent purchase? Oh, we just recently purchased 2 houses across the street from the church.
Yeah.
Lynn's houses. Dope. We got a LLC for Lynn's houses, and it's going to be a residential home for women with addictions and women who just came home from jail. It's a for-profit entity.
Oh, it's for-profit. So who's going to profit from it? You?
He's so stupid.
And
ignore him right now.
I'm not even going to play.
No, I mean, he said for-profit. So I'm saying who's going to profit from it?
And a wonderful church in Virginia gave us $30,000, and that is what pushed us over the top to complete that deal. Lynn, who the house is named after, is in rehab right now. She possibly won't be coming back to that area.
She probably shouldn't.
Yeah, she won't be coming back.
She probably stay wherever she is.
Yeah, we're going to always identify her as that that source for us. That's just something to do. You know, church got to do more than have church now. You know that. So we're trying to figure it out.
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
So I got a couple things I'm gonna give away, like from our company. I had a couple people that was at Freedom when I was there that reached out to me and said they need credit help and these other things. And I'm gonna put some up on my page later for all of our church folk. I just believe in our kingdom. You know, financially is what we missing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We can shout, we can dance,
yeah,
but we can't go get cars, we can't get houses, we can't get none of that because we're not financially astute. So I've been studying some stuff to kind of help our community. That's helped me, to be honest. Like it changed a lot of the way I think about stuff. So I think we need that balance too. So yeah, y'all hit my page later. I'll put it up later.
You should have a Lickalopolis giveaway.
Wait a minute. Okay.
I think he did it long enough.
All right, Bishop Sticky.
I think he had enough of those.
Bishop Sticky. Don't you stop. We're on 113, so this is all unapologetic conversation.
I love y'all, man. So look, man. So
follow Clay. Where you at? Follow your IG. What's your Facebook?
I don't have an IG.
Yeah, I don't have all that stuff.
You got Facebook.
B-Mal, what you got?
I got Mr. Warcry on my IG, and I got Brian Martin.
Help.
Mr. Warcry.
Help.
Leroy, what you?
Leroy Diet and Temple of Prayer and Praise.
Yes, sir.
Mr. AS Made Instagram.
Yeah.
That's Facebook, Antoine Spencer. You know how to reach us. We are Thugs, Thinkers, and Theologians. This has been our first show back.
Yeah, Sherry. Yeah, watch it, Leroy. I need a nice Christmas gift.
You know,
I don't want no smoke.
Her and Leroy get into it.
Listen, that's my people's right there.
They go ahead.
I love Sherry, man.
We had a great show.
Man.
You know what I mean? Thank y'all for watching. Again, we had over 70, 80 people at one point. Yeah. So our numbers are getting back to where they used to be. Please share it. Watch it during the week. Talk to your friends about us. Let people know that we're back on. We will give you a new date very soon. We'll have a flyer up. For our next date, for our Christmas special that Brian was talking about. In audience, we're trying to do an in-audience joint where y'all can come in and have a good time with us, maybe with a live band, a real show like. Yeah. Let's do a show. I help put it together.
Dope.
Marcus will be our engineer.
And if he don't bring you to the show, you are a side chick.
Well, you won't be coming to that show, honey. If you don't get a VIP ticket and you get a general seating,
if you only take pictures with his hands and can't take a picture with his face, you are a side chick.
When you get to the door, you're not on the list. I know the promoter.
If you got to put a heart on his face, you are a side chick.
You're not on the list. Why are you on the list? I can't get in.
You on the other list.
Play us out, Marcus. We got our own music and everything, y'all.
Nice.
Thank y'all.
Hey, we love y'all.
Theologians, happy Thanksgiving.
Be
Have
blessed.
a great day, y'all.
Don't eat too much. Enjoy yourself. Steve McCoy, Josh Flay, thank you for the music.
Listen. A different day, but the same old same. I need a change in my life.
Thank you. Everybody.
We've been making joy for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Put your hand in his hand. I just wait on it. I just wait on it.
Come a little closer.
He said, come close.